Sorry, guys. I heard the music and I had it set up to start on its own, and I was running back in here because I told my daughter, I was like, oh, I forgot to actually go in and shut that down. So we were FaceTiming from Japan. What's everybody doing tonight on this? I was gonna say beautiful Monday, but it's just Monday. Yes, I got a haircut. Before anybody asks, what's everybody? Polly's gonna be here before too long. I wanted to talk about something real quick. What is this? Ethan, Spitfire, Newman. Hey guys, Aiden's here. Newman's. Who else here? There's like 4 people here. If you didn't see the title, Monday, the song. I don't know if anybody knows. I'm old. That's a song I remember. So I know that you guys saw that Ben is now one of the paying members. Ben Marshall. Ben has been a follower for a long time, but a subscriber. I've sharpened a bunch of knives for him. We've done a bunch of stuff, and so Ben actually just graduated Marine Corps boot camp and is in 29 Palms, I believe, getting his MOS. So he finished boot camp and now he's getting his school. So Spitfire, you're not going to be the only jarhead here. Sometimes I talked to him today. He's got some straight razors and stuff he's sending for sharpening. But what I want to tell you guys about, there's only 3 people here, but I know you guys probably saw the unboxing. Did you guys already see? Yeah, we already did the first day in pocket. This is a DC 53 steel. Jared told me I was going to like it. Guys, this is such a good steel for if you like sharpening. Like, Josiah, you're going to love this. It's like a dream to sharpen. I loved sharpening it at 2000 grit is where I took this one on my diamond stones, my Venev stones, not the diamond matrix stones. I think this was like 2000 or 3000. I can't remember. Nightmare aggressive. It sharpens, and the edge it takes feels a lot like 14C. As a matter of fact, since I'm shooting first day in pockets tomorrow, this is that. Which one is this? This is that Jelly Jerry. So this is the 222, 223. I can't remember the Two Sons 22. It's a 2222 something. That Jelly Jerry design. This is in 14C, and the edge feels really similar. It's nice and polished. It's clean, but it's still aggressive. I didn't do a full. Hey, Polly's here. I didn't do a full convex on this. Polly looks like the brawny man. You can see it when he pops in. If I can. You know what? Here's the thing. Like when your father went to work, you know, if you ever watched those commercials as a kid, you know that your mom was cheating on your dad. Yeah, fucking Mr. Clean and a goddamn brawny man. They're having a goddamn 3-way at your house. So, but yeah, this stuff is really, really good. I like this knife too. So I'm gonna try and do a video about that. But we're gonna talk with Polly for a little bit because guess what? Polly's trying to grow his channel. What was that? I was sharpening a Delta that a guy took to a mirror polish and it was glassy. Sometimes you take stuff too far and it just doesn't want to cut. So Polly's here. So before we start this, I would ask everyone to listen up because Polly and I are going to probably try and set something up where Polly does a live feed on his channel. I'm going to be there, and I would appreciate if you guys all went because we're trying to get Pablo's channel to where he can actually monetize shit. So hang on a second. Let's pull him in. This is always fun, but it's like walking a fucking minefield with Polly.
Please help. I'm poor. Please help.
Looks a little chilly there where you're at.
Just you internet sleuths. Dude, I tried to take out the trash can. These fucking poor delivery drivers, man. I can't even imagine. I just taken out the trash can. I was like, huh, oh yeah. Dude, and then the trash can was like full. And I set it there, and it's just like rolling into the street. And I'm just like, it's literally a fucking ice rink everywhere. So I can imagine getting out of your truck as like a delivery.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought
just walk anywhere. You're gonna die. Like just walking outside to get the mail is like a nightmare.
Well, you weren't in Chicago in the early 90s. I think it was 92, the winter of 93, while I was in A school. They had this horrible blizzard, but it had rained. So you got some rain, and then it snowed on top of it. And my mother and my sister and my girlfriend at the time had come into town, and we had this horrible storm blow through, and we were all staying at a hotel right out there in North Chicago, like North Chicago area. And like like you said, you couldn't fucking go anywhere. Like they drove up and were like, oh, we got all these things that we were going to do. You couldn't fucking do anything.
You can't go anywhere. Hey, that video you made where you were fucking slicing that paper, I gotta tell you, kind of turned me on a bit. It was,
I was mildly erect.
that was legit. I was like, dude, that thing's fucking sharp.
That's the knife I was just talking about. So Jared sent it to me, and it was sharp. And then I cut down a bunch of cardboard, and I got into like I hit something, and I was like, well, I got to sharpen that before I send it back to Jared anyway. And I was curious because I've never used this metal, and it, like, no joke, it's terrifying how sharp it got. Like you just touch it through newspaper, just like I stood a piece of newspaper up and just right down through it. And I was like, good God.
Incredible. Yeah, I saw a video with this guy who was cooking outside, and he had like a fucking cleaver. It was like so sharp that he like took it and he like threw a fucking onion up, and he just held there, and it just like the onion went right through it, like halfway, cut it in half. I was like, that thing's fucking sharp.
Yeah, with a cleaver, you get that's a pretty good edge because cleavers are thick.
Yeah.
A lot of times that's the, like, everybody's like, oh, even a dull, like your average kitchen knife, even if it's fairly dull, the edge, the blade is so thin that just even that tomato falling on it, it's still going to cut it.
Yeah.
But like cleavers are thick. They're made for cutting through bone.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. What's funny, did I tell you the story about how like I have like a knife set, and there's this like part that like you can insert a knife in to sharpen it.
Yeah.
But like I thought I was like looking at it when
Uh-oh. Polly froze.
Oh,
you froze up. We didn't hear what you said. You said you were looking at it, and then
no, so I was looking at it, and fucking John came over, and he like stuck a knife in there to like sharpen it. And I was like, is that what that fucking thing does? I thought I was missing a goddamn knife this whole time, dude.
Oh, you got one of the blocks with the shitty pull throughs.
Yeah.
They're not good for your knives. They'll wreck your knives. If you need your knives sharpened, send them to me. I'll get them done.
Yes. Yeah.
So, everybody, did you guys hear some noise? Is that why? Because I have a fan that sits underneath my laptop. If you were hearing something, that might have been what it was.
I didn't hear shit.
I mean, my dishwasher's running. Diver Dave. Molana Labe.
Molan Labia, North Carolina. The mole and the labia from North Carolina. Hello. Welcome to the channel.
Guys, don't ever get offended at anything Polly says. Do you guys like my new place? I'm renting a place now. I'm just hanging out while the wife and kid are gone. I went downtown and rented a place for the weekend. No, I'm absolutely not doing that. Brian Grimsley's here, Diver Dave. So Polly and I are planning on, what do you want to try and do? You want to just do a live feed on your channel?
We'll set it up for a few weeks. I gotta find some time with work and everything going on. I just want to like make sure I got something set up. Maybe do some cooking while I'm there, like figure something out. I don't know.
That'd be cool. Like if you could set it up so you could live feed some food and make me hungry, because I fucking basically have been trying to get, my sister was picking on me because, we grew up, our grandmother was an excellent cook. She was Irish. She was Irish and Italian. And so she would cook, and she would cook like Italian dishes and shit. And it would be quick. And she taught us all how to cook and do prep. But I started using the sous vide to do like my vegetables and shit, like potatoes.
Vegetables in there?
Yeah. Yeah. You set it for 180 and you cook it for like 2.5 hours, and it cooks potatoes right through. If you put some butter and shit in there.
Are you talking about me or him? What a fucking name. Who's got a four-name name?
I don't know. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. If it's just somebody that's Victoria Radcliffe Ackles Tatum. I don't even know who that is, but
what a fucking
name. That's a pretty good one right there. That's a pretty sick burn. I do like that one.
If that's like, you have no idea who that person is. They just
I have no idea. I mean,
where's Tom? Tom Quirin, if you're out there, email me. I got something free to give you.
So yeah, that was one of the things I want to talk about. So you guys remember here a couple of weeks ago, there was a guy that came in and he introduced himself as a Marine. There's a whole bunch of people that apparently they've been doing us all kinds of platforms, and they're just trying to get free stuff. So what happened was, after we did that live feed when you were on here, that guy reached out to you and was trying to get free stuff, right?
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, Paul, heads up, I'm a Marine. Can you send me free shit?" And I was just like, "Yeah, sure, whatever you want, man. Like, if you want my house, like, you want a car or something."
But yeah, we were
Oh
talking.
God. Oh God. Here it comes. You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? These fucking guys, especially that pocket pussy review fucking guy. That guy. That guy.
So here's the thing: Polly and Shane love each other, and this is how they show it.
Yeah, I think so.
Shane loves to Shane loves to get Polly spun up. So usually Polly is the one that Polly is usually the one that winds up like an oxidizer in a reaction where like you got to pause it.
I still love that one where he was like all the pictures of him from a child there at the back of his head. I think that was fantastic. I want to use that on someone else someday. Yeah, Shane's got his own knife channel. I've been checking him out too.
Yeah, I'll get you guys. I'll go follow Shane. Sub to Sugar Shane there. Sub to Shane. But yeah, he's probably your biggest fan. So I got both the cat and the dog out here in the garage with me. They're both out here.
Where's Havoc at?
You know what? Havoc hasn't been on. He commented on one of my videos that was like 5-6 years old. He goes, "Man, you look weird in all these videos." And I was like, by weird, you mean young. Like I didn't.
Yeah.
This is before my kid became a teenager and I worried about every fucking minute of the day.
Yeah, I was going to ask because I actually was going to ask him if I saw him, like, why is he asking people to sub when he hasn't put up a video in like 5 years? It just doesn't really make sense to me. He's like plugging his channel, but he's not doing anything.
Who's Shane? I think he's trying to get it off the ground and get it started. So
if anyone here gets married and needs a singer for the wedding, Havoc is Havoc's on call.
So it's not funny to pick on him, but Havoc's channel, like we like to joke with him, but Polly sent me a link to it, and Havoc it's all of them, right? It was all of them. There's like only like
singing. It's all
yeah, that's all it is singing. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Nothing else going on, but yeah, I saw what was that last one? What was that last video you did?
So some of these videos take fucking forever to make. These cooking videos, like I kind of envy you guys with your knife videos because you fucking open up a goddamn knife and you're just like, oh yeah, this looks fucking great. Let me just cut some shit. I'm gonna put it in my pocket and make sure it doesn't like stab me in the ass like when I'm sitting down. Like that's it. But this shit, dude,
that's not
like
it.
2 days.
I don't film all of it. Like you have to film steps. I don't necessarily film the steps of like my day-to-day use of a knife, whether I'm gonna like it or not.
Yeah, it's like full thing. So like I did 2 parts. Well, not the buffalo chicken dip was easy, but like the pulled pork, when I did the pulled pork, I smoked that.
That's
like,
what it was.
One. The Italian one was smoked for like 9 hours. And then I put it in the oven with like a bunch of Italian herbs and seasonings, like different things, some of the fat from the pork, some jus, and then basically just like let it cook and then kind of pulled it apart and then made sandwiches with like peppers and giardiniera and cheese and all that stuff. That's dude. I'm in Illinois and it's
Guess who just showed up? Guess who just showed up? Oh God. Havoc. Like,
what's up, baby? We're just talking shit about you.
Havoc, he was definitely referencing you as a wedding singer. So D-Legal says, "Holy shit, guys, just let my dog out. It's cold AF outside. 8 degrees here in Minnesota. Michigan. Wasn't expecting that."
It's Michigan.
Michigan.
Fucking states. Michigan.
No, I don't know the fucking
Minnesota's MN.
Is it? Yeah. But okay, guys. So it's been like I've told Polly, it's been cold in the evenings here. For San Diego, it's literally 70 degrees in my garage tonight. It's like the coolest.
Dude, it's just so unbelievable when you go outside and it's just fucking unbelievably cold for like weeks and months at a time, and it's just like you can't walk anywhere because there's snow or there's ice everywhere.
Aren't you? You're from out here, right? Originally, this is where
I'm originally from San Diego, and then I joined.
That's what I thought. See, I grew up used to that shit, and I was like, I didn't think it was going to bother me until I went home the one time, and it was like 50 degrees when we got there. My wife and kid were like, "Oh, I thought you said it was going to be cold." We went for Christmas, and then I told him, I was like, just don't get your mouth open too far because the weather changes so quick.
Yeah.
We woke up the next day, it was 8 degrees and it started snowing and we had a blizzard that wound up being like 10 below for like 2 days. And my wife was like, okay, you're right. This is ridiculous.
I think the thing that sucks the most is my buddy was he's from here and he was in LA and he was like, dude, as soon like you get off the plane, you get out of the airport and it's like 70 degrees in LA. And then you come here, you get off the plane, you get outside, and it's just that fucking cold hits you again. It's just like unbelievable.
Well, I was telling somebody, like, how can you tell when it's below zero? And I was like, well, once you hit zero, when you start getting down below zero, you can't really feel the difference, just how fast your nose holes freeze shut.
Yeah.
But you can tell, like, there's a way to tell if it's like super cold and when you need to be careful is if you go outside and you walk and the snow squeaks, it's really, really fucking cold. Like if the snow is squeaking, it's really cold. And that's when it's dangerous, because like when you hit zero, your body, like you can't like the difference between 40 and zero is perceivable. The difference between 0 and minus like 10 or 15, like you can tell when it's 10 degrees and you can tell it's 0, but when it's down below, you can't tell. Like
Mike, you're a meteorologist now, I guess. Was that your job in the Navy?
No, I'm just saying, you really don't notice that it's that much colder. You're like, fuck, I'm cold.
I noticed because like I went outside to take out the trash and my fucking hands were like on fire because I didn't put on any gloves and I was like, fuck, hurt. Fuck. That shit.
You take a breath and your nose hole freeze shut. You're like, oh God, but I got ice in my nose.
Yeah, the other day this guy was like outside running and it was like 15 degrees and I was just like, dude, relax. Like go inside, go somewhere else.
I went out squirrel. The last time I was going in the winter, I went out squirrel hunting, and it was cold, and I figured I'd see, and the temperature dropped, and I didn't notice it until I realized that my beard was just full of ice. And I came back, my dad was like, well, I'm glad this is before you got sick. He's like, I was about to come out looking for you. He's like, because the temperature just dropped like 10 degrees in like fucking 2 hours. And we got a big storm coming, and you could tell.
Yeah, dude, like it's crazy how like that shit will like actually sometimes it'll go up during the day or it'll go down, it'll go up at night, and then during the day it just like starts crashing back down, and it's fucking unbelievable.
Well, when I was stationed there, we had that 93 because I had a car up there and on the base, and I think it was 93, the winter of 93, they had a horrible blizzard, and it got so freaking cold, and I went to go start my car to just like because I didn't want to walk to the galley. It was freaking freezing. And so I got ready to start my car and it wouldn't start. I got nothing. And I opened up the hood and the battery had exploded. I had to get a whole new battery.
The battery exploded?
Yeah, the battery. It was so cold that like you couldn't call a taxi. And then they came around and the heat went out in our building, and they came around where he's giving people blankets and shit, and water pipes burst in our schoolhouse. And we missed like a week of school because it was freaking horrible.
I got like a car starter and that shit won't even work because it's so cold. Like I have to go out there and use it because I have all my smokers in the goddamn garage and I don't have any room to put my car in there. So
we were on the phone the other day you were going to get your haircut.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, it won't start, and I had to like walk out there like fucking Disney on Ice and shit. Whoa, like a fucking idiot. That's always like my thing too. I don't know if you guys ever like snowblow or anything like that, but every time I snowblow, I always get this sneaking suspicion like deep in my mind that I'm gonna fucking have a heart attack and I'm just gonna fall in the snow and they're not gonna find me until the spring.
Not gonna find you until spring. He's been missing for 3 weeks.
Where is he? He was outside. Half the driveway's done, and we can't find him.
Somebody kidnapped him.
Yeah, that shit's fucking weird. People have done that shit. There's been people who fucking like they're out there fucking shoveling snow and they're just like and they just like keel over and die, dude. What a way to fucking go.
We were in Hokkaido, Japan, and it's really cold there. And it was snowing so hard you could barely see it. I mean, those big fat flakes of snow that you can hear hit the ground.
Yeah.
And it was doing that so you couldn't even see. And there was just snow drifts everywhere. And we were walking from bar to bar. And my buddy Petey Riegler, he was a corpsman. Like he's like, we were all drunk. We were young and dumb and stupid. He's like, I'm gonna take a piss. I'm gonna write my name in the snow. And so we're like, we're going to the bar. It's fucking cold. And so we go inside the bar and was like, he know we were coming to this bar, right? Like 10 minutes later, we're like, where the fuck is Riegler? And he was shithouse. He was really drunk. And I was like, I don't know, man, but it's nice and warm in here. And they're giving you like, we're drinking sake and free fucking bar snacks. And after like 15 minutes, we were like, okay, we got to go looking for Petey. And if we had not went out, you wouldn't have found him. Like he fell in, like he was getting ready to piss. and like passed out, went face first in the snowdrift. It was snowing so hard that after 15 minutes, if we hadn't been looking for him, we wouldn't have seen him.
Yeah.
Like we were like, oh shit, he's right there. He would fucking
like,
died.
There was like this big search out here. So in the Chicago fucking river out there in Lake Michigan or whatever, right by downtown, I'm very uncoordinated, like very uncoordinated. Again,
I think you meant your clothing.
Oh, thank you. I don't know if that's what you meant. I think everything is a disrespectful comment from him.
Well, that's because you're paranoid. That's just because you're a paranoid fuck.
So, anyways, this fucking guy was shit faced. He was like he left a bar. He was calling his buddies, whatever he was doing. And then they had like video of him. He was going somewhere. And like, that was the last they ever heard of him. He just completely disappeared from downtown Chicago. And so everybody was looking for him. And they found him a week later. He just fucking fallen in the river and he was just dead. And
yeah.
He was completely shit faced. And they don't know if it was because it was probably because he was shit faced, but it was also cold in the water. So that was it.
We had a kid when I was in, I think, junior high. And like, he didn't come back from he disappeared. Everybody knew he was missing. This kid wound up disappearing like over like a holiday break. I think it was like Thanksgiving, Christmas time frame. So what had happened was he didn't tell anybody he was doing. And he went out and he went ice skating on a pond and fell through. And no one knew what happened until like spring and somebody was out there fishing. And that's when they found him, like when everything thawed out. They're like, oh, there's a teenager out there. And
that fucking sucks. Hey, this guy used to work at a meat packing plant.
Say what?
I wonder what that was about. Well, how was that life? How did that work? What'd you do?
I imagine they packed meat.
No. Yeah, I'm sure you got some meat. Huh?
Don't go too far. I can hear the rusty gears in your head start turning.
The Nigerian prince. Hey, I had someone from Nigeria comment on one of my videos, that fucking shrimp video, where that shit shrimp in a bag. Dude, I had so many people comment on different things. So there's like at the store, there's like a bag of like shrimp. It's completely dried, dehydrated. And I was like, well, what the hell is this? All this stuff. And like all these different people are telling me all these different things. I guess you can just chew on it like beef jerky. Like you just pick it and eat it like beef jerky. And I was like, okay.
I would what did you say, Duke? PDM would send Mike's wife. I don't know what we're. I don't know.
Yes. I'll fire it up tonight.
But no. So like, I don't like anchovies because the only anchovies I ever tasted were like some shitty ones that someone put on a fucking pizza. Ugh. But when I was in Japan, I tried actual like good quality anchovies, and they're not bad. But one of my favorite. This is fucked up. One of my favorite snacks when I'm watching sports, and I can't get them here. The ones I like is either the dried squid or the dried anchovies. And you just eat them. They are fucking delicious. They don't taste fishy. If that's like, they don't taste like anchovies, like everybody thinks, like the really salty, nasty things that you get on a pizza. Nah, these are.
I'd like to listen and enjoy your story, but this guy Pocket Knife Review is disrespecting my family, and he's a bald pig. Look at him, and I hate him.
That's not true. You don't hate him. You love him.
Everybody's laughing, having a good time. If this was me, I'd be on timeout twice already.
No. The only time I put you on timeout is when I'm trying to get somebody else to stop doing something. And you're like, no, keep going. Because you're just there. You're like, ooh, let me stir this fire around. Let me poke that shit and get it going.
Dude, because Tom, like, how was that not funny? Look at, and now Aiden's jumping on top. Aiden, relax. Go ahead, relax a little bit. Yes. The deli. She's a deli manager with all that roast beef she had. Hi, Stacy.
So yeah. Did I hear timeout? Yeah, there you go. Havoc's like, is it my turn? Do I go in timeout?
Who gets more timeouts? Do we start like a stat on like who gets the most timeouts?
I think that you honestly have. No, because I used to give people timeouts for like when like there's little funny things like when somebody's like, well, a Spyderco knife. I'm like, all right, you got to put them in a corner because you can't talk because I historically. It's a company. It's a brand of knives. And I'm not a big fan. They had some designs that I do like, but a lot of their stuff is, how do you want to call it? A lot of their stuff is just too expensive for what they're actually offering. But so I bag on them all the time. So I would put people in timeout. And the other thing is I hate mint chocolate chip. I don't like mint chocolate chip anything. And so, like, when somebody is like, I used to have a question I'd ask in podcasts, like, what's your favorite kind of ice cream? They're like, oh, mint chocolate chip. And I put them in timeout. And I was like, see, what they just said is fucking disgusting. Because
It's a little bit unnecessary. I'm not a big fan, but
cue ball.
Oh, it's
Cue ball. I talked to Cue ball today on the phone.
Yeah, I'm sure you talked to fucking Cue ball today. Yeah, what about Thin Mints?
Okay, so that's the thing. Like, I don't like mint chocolate chip ice cream, and I don't like those like Andes mints, but I do like Thin Mints. And one of you guys, as a joke, sent me a whole thing of the Oreo mint, the mint Oreos. And I tried them just because I was like, well, I like Thin Mints. I actually liked the mint Oreos. I don't know why I don't like mint chocolate chip ice cream. I just don't like mint chocolate chip ice cream. It's just, I don't know why. My favorite ice cream is pistachio.
Ooh.
So,
have you ever had the pistachio muffins? Oh shit!
Muffin.
Yes. Ring the bell. Ring that stupid fucking bell. Yes.
Thank you, there, Josiah. No, I don't like. I don't like mint chocolate chip ice cream. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because pistachio ice cream's green.
I haven't had pistachio ice cream. I don't think in a while. I've had it before, but not quite a while.
Yes, Duke. They definitely were. They were the fudge covered. Okay, Duke, are you the one that sent them to me? Duke, they were good actually. If you're the one that sent them to me, thank you very much. They were delicious. I had. What was it I had here? Oh, have you tried the dark chocolate filled Oreos?
No, but I know Oreos is like ridiculous these days. Like they do every flavor, seasonal flavors, fucking everything.
I bought them. I didn't look at what I bought. I just bought a thing of Oreos because it's nice to have Oreos around. Like, I'll eat a couple Oreos every once in a while. I don't eat a lot of sweets, but so I bought the dark chocolate ones and I ate one and I was like, God damn you, Nabisco. I'm going to wind up eating this whole fucking thing of fucking Oreos.
They put so much money into R&D, those companies, like even chip companies. Like every company like that spends hundreds of millions of dollars on like research and development to make it perfect.
They're like the dark chocolate ones, because like when I eat Oreos, my favorite part is just the cookie. I'm not a big fan of the filling. And you eat those dark chocolate ones, the filling tastes like the cookie. I'm like, oh, that's heaven. I'm like, this is great. It's delicious. So yeah, guys, if you're just tuning in, this is Polly, and Polly has a channel, and we're trying to get Polly to what do you have to get? You got to get your 1,000 subscribers, and you have to do your 4,000 hours.
Yeah, I have like 900 subscribers, but I think they're all bots. They're all Russians. They're all Russian bots. They basically the bots. I can't even say it because you can't get political on this.
Yeah,
channel. So I'm just gonna leave it there.
Okay. So like I said, I've never been a fan of real sweets. That's why I like the cookies. The cookies for the Oreos are not real sweet. They're kind of like a dark. They're not as sweet. I actually went as far as I bought. Have you ever seen these, Polly? You can buy the great big. You can buy the cookies that are like the Oreos, but they're like this big, and they're for making ice cream sandwiches at home.
Oh yeah.
And I bought a whole pack of those, and I was just eating those, and my daughter was like, "What is wrong with you?" And I was like, "What do you mean?"
Dude,
like, why are you a mutant?
I take it, I twist it, and I eat the cream first, and then I just eat the cookies.
I don't. I would easily just scrape all the icing off and just let somebody else have them. Like I would sit there with a butter knife. I'm not a fan. I like the cookies.
That's very odd.
You don't have the dark chocolate Oreos yet, Diver Dave. You got to try them. So, Sinister said charcoal. They're not charcoal.
Charcoal flavored. You could probably make charcoal flavored Oreos and they'd still be good.
People still eat them. Like, wow, they're Oreos.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. So this is just, I don't typically tell like shit like this on stuff. So I have a friend who was dating a girl, and this guy's significantly younger than me, and so he calls me and goes, "Man, I finally, we finally got to do it." And I was like, "Do what?" I was like, "How old are you? What are you, 12? You finally did what?" And he goes,
"Made love.
We had sex." I was like, "Oh, you guys finally hit the sack?" And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "How was it?" And I was like, he's like, "I've heard you say it before." He's like, "You know how like pizza's like sex, even when it's not that good, still pretty fucking good. And I was like, yeah. And he goes, it was like bad pizza. And I was like, oh man, I'm sorry.
Who's that joke? Like, there's a joke, like I think Louis C.K. like was telling it, where he's talking about how like it's poor, like women have it worse than men because like women never know what to expect because like anything could pop out of there. But like with women, like you generally know like there's gonna be what you're expecting there. But with guys, it could be anything. And so it was just like completely ridiculous. Yeah, Shane, I know you do. That's why I love you so much.
Yeah. Shane gets to milk cows for his ice cream. Shane,
Which one of the Three Stooges was the bald one? That's what Shane looks like. Which one was that? Mo?
Curly.
Mo
was the leader with the slick down hair, and then Larry was the goofy one that played the trumpet or some shit. And Mo, Curly was the one. Of course, Curly was the one with no hair.
Curly. That makes sense. Sluther Grunge is here.
Yeah.
Sluther.
What's up, Grunge?
He probably listens to like Linkin Park and shit.
I'm like,
listen to Papa Roach. He probably like has grunge and then he listens to Papa Roach.
Bro, I had a picture and I tried to put it up. I was testing to see if I could put it up, and it was a headline from the news in Detroit, and I have to pull it up so I can read it because it wouldn't let me. I don't know what format it was in, but when I downloaded it, it didn't work. But the headline reads, let me pull it up here because I was gonna. It made me laugh so hard. Because this is 100% like a Detroit story. It was like, man shot after throwing a shoe at a roach. And I was like, who the fuck had a gun?
The fucking roach. Jesus.
I'm like, what the fuck kind of roaches y'all got in Detroit?
Oh, man. People are wild. You know, I was on, so like I have TikTok. I think it's just an easy way to like make videos, like make short videos. And so I'm just, like scrolling through, there's a guy, he's in prison and he's like live streaming and he has like fucking hundreds of people in there with him. He's like, I did armed robbery, shot someone, I'm here for 30 years. And I was just like, I'm not going to join this one. I think I'll fucking pass on this one.
I think I'll pass.
If you ever want to see my name and be like, and try to get me, I can come out there and fucking barbecue in the yard. I think I'll pass on that one.
Have you ever watched oh fuck, I forgot it. I was just talking about it. Yep. Oh well. Wasn't that important.
Oh, like Scared Straight or like one of those prison shows and shit. 60 Days In.
Oh, Amari King. So Amari King talks about like he did time in prison and he turned his life around and all that shit. That dude is freaking hilarious. He's the one that did like the Silverado. Like he did all those commercials about if you buy this Chevy Silverado, he's like
that guy
got molested in a cabin by his uncle a lot. So he was on a live feed and I was actually talking. We were commenting. He was talking back and forth with me. I was like, holy shit, this dude's actually talking to me. I was like, that's pretty fucking cool.
That's funny.
So I was putting in comments and I didn't figure he'd ever read them. And I was like, and he started like answering my comments. I was like, wait, that's okay, cool.
Yeah, this lady who has like 700,000 followers on like TikTok was like commenting and liking all my videos, and I was like, this is very odd. And she like messaging me, and I was like, this is very odd. What are you doing?
Hang on a second, Polly. I'll show you. We were talking about this the other day.
Yeah.
Spyderco. Was it this one? This one. Yeah, there's some weird. Spyderco had some weird looking knives. So here, let me pull it up and I'll show you. This is what we were talking. So when I was talking about Spyderco, this is one of the knives that we definitely were talking about. This is the Tropin, I believe. So the thing with it is you can't see it. Let me pull up here. So right in here is where the lock is, right? To unlock the knife. But when you close it, the blade is right. See the blade right there? Can you see where the hand is at? Follow the bouncing ball. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you close the knife, the actual sharpened part of the blade
is sticking through where the let me take that down. It's sticking through where the lock is. You have to physically stick your finger there. I mean, they're out of stock. They're selling them out. So I don't know. Apparently people Like, I don't know how your followers feel about this, but like, if anybody here owns a Spyderco, like, why would you buy something like this?
Oh, there's a lot of reasons. Actually, they've had some really good designs, and I have 2 of their knives. It's just like at this point it's like going to a restaurant where you eat something and it costs you a lot, but you know you could have cooked it better at home. You're like, what am I actually fucking paying for here? You know?
The Spyderco Kalasa. Who's talking about tube steak here? Who wants tube steak? We got some finger choils.
I got you some tube steak. It's smothered in underwear sauce.
Shane was out there like with a bunch of what were you looking at? Pintos or Porsches or what the fuck were you looking at the other day? Yes, don't watch if you're hungry. Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, that one you did with the carne asada and the breakfast burrito.
Dude, I'm so tired by the time I get done with the fucking video. Like I'm just like I'm just gonna eat this and fucking go to bed. Like I had to stretch the pulled pork one to 2 fucking days because I started at like 9 a.m. 9 a.m. is a late start.
All right,
pulled pork takes fucking 14 hours.
All right, Polo Labia, North Carolina. I don't know. I'm not.
Yes.
You have a good
on my labia. Goodbye.
So I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll sharpen anything if you send it to me. I'm not even about like I'm a capitalist. I want to make money. Even if you send me a knife and I'm adversely opposed, you send me a clone. I'm gonna fucking look at you disapprovingly. I'm probably gonna say something to you about it in the email, and then I'm gonna sharpen it for you and take your money. Yes, I sharpen Spydercos. As a matter of fact, I've sharpened a lot of Spydercos. So,
you how much time do you spend sharpening versus actually like on the channel and like doing other things?
Depends. Like the other day, I spent like 10, 12 hours doing sharpening for a guy.
God damn.
And then filmed it. So a lot of times what'll happen is yes, Sinister, I'll sharpen that for you. A lot of times what'll happen is I'll sharpen for a period and then I'll film something and then I'll sharpen some more. And then if something strikes, if I'm cleaning something up, but a lot of times the area that I film, that's also where I sharpen. So it's a mess. So if I'm like in between doing sharpening, then
you ever live stream? Do you ever live stream you sharpening?
I used to, and I've done it a couple times, but it's really hard to get it. Like, there's no real way for them to be able to see it well. Especially, I can't do it with the laptop, so I wouldn't be able to do it here. I could only do it from
like just have your phone right above it. Can you do that?
No, I've done actual videos where, like, because I have a gooseneck. So for the thing is that I used to do live sharpening videos and I'd give pointers and stuff like that. But the fact was, once I started the memberships, I had always wanted to do like a tutorial class, like online, and people could pay for it. Well, so since I couldn't get Skillshare to allow me to do it, they're like, yeah, we don't know. We don't think that's really going to work. Like I submitted some videos and they're like, yeah, they were like, it just really didn't seem like it was going to work right. So I just decided to make it part of the premium tier membership.
Okay.
Videos for them.
Do guys often like, don't do it. Don't. Yes. Good job, Mike. Fucking dumb. God,
you got a little bell.
Something else. I saw somebody else fucking do that. I went to another. I just for some reason stumbled onto another knife channel. You know, I don't know why. And some fucking guy got the same thing, and he fucking rang the bell, and I was like, "Do something else."
Was it my buddy Jared Neves with the?
I think so. You get one of those fucking poppers. You should actually stick them to your nipples, and just like as soon as someone donates, you just fucking like a gender reveal off your fucking tits.
Okay, so I actually got a gong. I had an actual gong
from your wedding.
No, so I had an actual gong. I ordered one. It was one that was about this big. The problem was when I would pick it, it was fucking heavy. Like it was a no joke. And I was like trying to see it, and you couldn't see it real well for me to hit it because when I would pick it up, I'd be touching it, and it would. So I would have had to have left it. It lost any fucking
fucking stand up.
It lost any
like that dude. There's a freaking dude. You should just like take it and take the hammer and stick it between your legs and then fucking hit the gong like that. Like, gong. Oh, do it again. How do you have $4.99? That's like a full month's salary for you. How do you have that much money?
So, okay. So no, it was all right, Duke. It was mounted. It had a frame that it was in, and it was a metal frame with like a gong that was like
What's
like
the
this
thing that's
freaking
called that you
big.
hit it with?
Huh?
Same,
It
man.
had like
I would
it
I would
had
pay
like
if
one
you
of
did that.
these with a ball on the end of
Yeah.
it, like an actual gong.
stick that between your legs and then fucking hit it like that, full force.
But it wasn't, you couldn't get it in frame when I was doing this. Like I would have had to have had a second camera. So I was like, I should get like a fat friend of mine and get him like just to put on like a fucking G-string and oil himself up and just stand there, like get a real big one and just have him stand there like
just play it, have it record it, and then just play it every time someone donates. And then that way you only have to pay them once, and then it's like a return on your fucking investment right there.
Fucking brilliant. Brilliant. But then I'd have to have it on ready standby to play every time. And it's a pain in the ass to share a screen. But no, I sent it back to Amazon because, they'll take anything back. I saw a video. Say what?
They get mad when you do too much. They like watch out for people who do like ridiculous amount of returns.
I mean, I only return shit that I just like, oh, that's not going to work for what I want. Like I had another tripod that I was trying to do that had like an extension so I could get above the thing. But the problem was standing behind a tripod to sharpen just was a nightmare because you're like having to straddle it, and I was kicking it. So somebody gave me the idea for that gooseneck, and I can click it. I can like clamp it on the frame, on my the frame of these shelves that's next to my workbench, and I can stick it out. I just have to move everything a little bit closer to the shelves. So it seems to work out pretty good, and it gives you a good clear thing. But the problem is it's like it's like a cable. And so if you bump anything, it kind of shakes a little.
Yeah, that's how mine is. So like as soon as I press the record button, it's just like shaking, and I'm just like, God damn it! I gotta.
That's why I have a remote. I have a little Bluetooth remote.
Yeah, I gotta get something like that.
And I use my watch because on the watch I can control the zoom, and then I'm not actually touching the camera. Mike actually has a microscope that is compatible with this. The problem is it just doesn't get you what you want. If you go back and watch, I did some videos of it.
Weren't you using the microscope for your dick pics?
Yeah, it's exactly what I did.
For OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Were you doing that?
Yeah. Because like I would have to get in real close and then stick my thumb in my mouth and go just I had to stick my thumb in my backside.
Why don't you get in here quick? Bring the gong.
Stick my thumb up my ass and yell, white snake, and catch it on its way out. See, Polly gets to say, there's a lot of shit Polly can say to me that just because I
don't
love
know why
him.
you don't let everyone say it. Everyone loves you.
Because you're my buddy, and I don't necessarily take it the same way that other people.
I mean, you should let Havoc say what he wants. I think he's.
That frightens me a little. I'm afraid of that. Like,
Florida man.
You know what?
Okay. What?
Hey, Havoc. You know what I think of when I think of like letting you on a channel? You know the scene in A Christmas Story where they're in line to see Santa Claus, and the one kid's like, I like Santa, and he's wearing like the goggles and the fucking. That's what I think of, and I'm like, I don't need that.
What is his picture? Is that like a unicorn liger? Is that like? So like, what is that thing?
I don't know. Hey, Napoleon Dynamite, what's your picture there?
You started it.
Are you going to
put? That's what I was asking. Like, you haven't put anything up in like years.
Who, Havoc?
Oh, so you're doing an actual studio? That's what I was like curious about, because I was like, maybe if you got an actual studio, and like, are you gonna get like a microphone, like a legit microphone? No,
Duke, check out Duke. You know another trick to make it look better: put a flashlight close to it, cast a huge shadow puppet. Did that at State Park once, started screaming about Godzilla in my tent. How is it that the second you come, like my channel is nice and clean and follows a path until you come on, and then
everybody just acts crazy, dude. Like this whole fucking thing.
Yeah, I noticed.
Like,
that's like I said. That's why there's a lot of times that I put you in timeout, because I know 100% that the second someone starts something and I'm telling them to stop, that you're just going to start egging them on.
Keep going. That's what happened with Tom. Because Shane was trying to tell him to like relax, and I was just like, no, tell us all about your war stories, please. Tell us more about like what you did in fucking Vietnam and all the wars.
Oh, fuck. It was just those noisy kids. went to bed, and they were gone before dawn. So do you remember Gumry?
Yeah.
Do you remember the time that remember him telling a story about him and his buddy going they were camping up in the mountains up here somewhere, and there was something outside of their tent, and his buddy Coy shot through the tent while they were all sleeping. He heard something moving and just fires
a gun.
Fires his revolver out through the side of the tent because he thought it might be a mountain lion. I'm like, you just shot a fucking park ranger. What the fuck, you know?
What did he shoot?
He didn't shoot anything. He thought there was something so they're all in the tent. Gummery and Coy and a couple other people. And so he hears something up against the tent, he thought, and pulls his gun out and shoots in the direction of the noise. And I was like, you're a fucking idiot.
Dude, that guy's a moron. There's no way. I would be so fucking pissed if he did that.
Gummery was like, that's the last. I think we were still all active duty then. It was before I retired. So, but he used to tell that story about how his buddy Coy shot through the side of the tent. And I'm like, we're in California. No one heard that shit. You were camping in a state park. I was like, were there other people camping? He goes, fuck yes, there were.
Dude. Yeah. So imagine it going through the tent and then hitting someone else. I mean, or just
right.
I'm what are you doing?
Coy was an interesting cat. He was an interesting dude.
How
did you know that? Okay, so you guys have heard of a snipe hunt, right? Did you guys know there's actually a waterfowl? There's an actual bird called a snipe. Even though we've used it as they don't exist. There is actually a bird called a snipe, and it's a waterfowl. It was a lot more fun just taking somebody out, going on a snipe hunt, and telling them to hold the bag. We're gonna run the snipes down to you, and then you get in the car and fucking leave and come pick them up the next morning. Oh, here you go. Here's your answer.
I was just asking what it was.
No, there you go. There's your answer.
Just telling you what it was. Looks nice.
It's definitely colorful.
Looks good.
It's like my background back here.
I can't wait to see when the studio's up. Wouldn't you you put it in the kitchen? Wouldn't you put it in a room with soundproof?
If his place is like my old place, the kitchen had the best light, period. I didn't have to have any studio lighting. The problem was I couldn't film my videos anytime except between 9 and 2. So now, I mean, the other night, because I have the green screen, the other night I couldn't sleep, and I filmed a couple videos at midnight. I was like, fuck this. I'll go downstairs and I'll put together the shit on videos and on the knife and get the description and everything put together, and I'll fucking get all the specs and film a video. And then I watch TV and play video games still.
What a life.
Thanks. I'm having a lot of problems sleeping.
Why? What's wrong?
I don't know. Just the last, fucking 2 or 3 weeks.
You think your wife is going to leave you?
Nah, she was going to do that. She'd have done it 18, 19 years
ago. Cheating on you or something? What's
No, my wife's not fucking cheating on me.
Why can't you go to sleep, Mike? What are you thinking about when you?
I don't know. If I knew, I'd fucking think about it and clear it out of my brain and go to sleep. But I'm just I literally, last night, I was like, man, I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. I think I texted you and told you, man, I'm going to try and go to bed earlier. And I was lay down 9, 10 o'clock at night. And I just laid there. And I was like, I'm not even going to turn the TV on or anything. And I just laid there. And the next thing you know, I'm like, I've been laying here for a long time. And I'm like, hey, it's fucking 1 a.m.
Yeah, you got to get back in your circadian rhythm. At 7 o'clock, I'm ready for bed. And then fucking 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, I'm just holy fucking shit balls. Oh, how far is the fucking moon?
Who the fuck are you telling? I will text you all kinds of weird hours and you still answer. You're fucking 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I'll just send Polly something.
I'm never up at 2. I don't think I'm up at 2.
You were up the other night. I sent you something at 9 or 10 my time, which is your
midnight. Yeah, I might have been up
midnight, 1 o'clock ish.
Yeah.
That actually, it hasn't even worked. I just kind of stopped because I was I didn't want to be spending that much money on lettuce. So I don't know. It's just been weird. It's just been a couple weeks and it happens every once in a while. I'll just go usually it's 3-4 days where I just really don't sleep at all. And then I'll have a week or so after that where I only get a couple hours. I went 2-3 days with no, I was literally awake for 2 days, 2 days straight. And I was like, man, I really wish I could go to sleep.
Yeah, dude. I probably would do that if I didn't like my daughter like keep me up there the fucking day, and like I'm super tired. So yeah,
Yes.
it's that Usher song. This like what's that? Which one is it? Where it goes, it's 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my drop top, cruising the streets. Havoc, put me on your fucking channel. I can sing. Bam, 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 bam. I got a real pretty little thing that's waiting.
All right. Fucking people are leaving. People are leaving because you're singing.
Are you really?
No, I'm just kidding.
Just like fucking everyone just fucking leaves.
So Winston sent me a knife. I know you guys saw it in the unboxing. Winston Cobretti sent me a knife, and I don't know how I missed it. You guys know I love Bastinelli knives. There is the largest Bastinelli logo, logo per blade size ratio. It's insane. And I didn't even see it. I'm like, I don't know about this. It's got a Bastinelli logo right on it. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Polly, what are you drinking?
Just some water.
I was gonna say that's what I got.
A little water.
Little water in my Papa Didn't Raise No Tommy cup.
Oh yeah, coffee.
What's that you really got to bring me on? I don't know. I'm scared, Havoc. I'm scared. I don't know. I don't know if you. I don't know if I'm kidding. I'll bring him on one of these days. You got to, okay, Havoc, here's the deal. You got to email me so I know how to get a hold of you, because I don't want to try and do it like in the middle of a live feed. I'd much rather have it be prepared.
What do you guys talk about? Knives or singing or like kitchen acoustics or
I don't know.
Florida?
I don't know, but you need a good pocket knife. You need this. This is what you need.
I don't want to bring this up because I know you're going to fucking cry, but I did ask for that knife, and I did. I did ask for it.
Okay, well, maybe I'll tell you what. I'll send it to you. I will send it to you. I'll send it to you.
It is.
I'll send it to you because he won it. I was just gonna add it to another giveaway. Speaking of which, guys,
are you doing a giveaway? When are you gonna do a giveaway?
I just did it the other day.
Yeah, but it was like a special giveaway that I wasn't qualified for, and I was infuriated.
Okay. So here's the thing: like all this stuff that comes in, if I'm giving it away, like a lot of this stuff is stuff that it's not always free. Like there's not always stuff there's stuff that gets that costs. And I have to find a way to recognize the paying members. And so the whole deal is the giveaways are for everyone that's at least a baseline or premium tier member. The just looking guys get early access to videos. That's it. The other guys get like early access to videos and other stuff. But this is what I'm giving away.
Well, that looks nice. How much is one of those?
Hang on, we can look it up. I don't remember. I think I know the fixed blade that I gave away was like 119 or something like that.
Was it really?
Yeah. Fuck. Well, like if I'm going to give stuff away, I don't want it to be like garbage. I have some cheaper stuff that I'm going to do as just random giveaways because it was gifts. Artisan. What is this one? The Cazador? There it is.
Yep.
We will look it up. The Artisan Cazador on Knife Center. Let's share. The screen is. Let me go back in. Let me actually click on it. They are. The one I have is $74, but that's marked down from 100. I think they're doing a sale.
Yes.
So. Uh-oh. Duke is in trouble with the wife. What'd you do?
What happened, Duke?
No, it's a recognition. Like they support the channel, so they have to get. That's one of the benefits. It's not pay to play. It's a benefit, and it's written in the membership.
What's the problem, Havoc? What's the problem?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
What is this? Damn, I'm in trouble with the wife. What did you do?
No, what did she do? I'm tired of that question. What did she do?
You ever wake up and just know that you're like not going to be able to say anything to your old lady at all? Like you can wake up and you see it on her face and you're like, oh, it's one of those days. Like,
yes.
Little bit much. Like in my wife's case, like it's like if you see any white, that's not nice. I shouldn't say anything about that. Oh, my wife is. But I saw my wife. I hadn't got to see my wife. She's been really busy taking care of stuff, and Because when she's there, no, because she had to renew her driver's license. She had to get her new passport, a bunch of other stuff. So she had to take off like paperwork stuff because she doesn't live in Japan. So there's a lot of stuff that she has to do. And then she had to go visit like her grandmother's grave and a bunch of other stuff on New Year's. But I hadn't got to talk to her. And so she FaceTimed me.
You had a New Year's Eve party at her grandmother's grave?
Huh?
You expect me to believe that story?
What?
She was at a New Year's Eve party at her grandma's grave?
They went to the temple and then on the way, because the temple was right there where her grandmother's buried.
So in order to get the New Year's Eve party fired up, in order to make it electric, we had to visit the temple?
Okay, so New Year's is not like it is here in the States. New Year's is a big thing in Japan, but a lot of it is religious-based stuff. And so they go to a tent. It was my daughter's first time. They have a party and they have fun, but like there's stuff that you do on New Year's Day or like the evening of or the morning of New Year's, the first day. And so right at midnight, since they were already near there, they were at the temple. And that's where some of the fireworks and stuff were. They just stopped at the temple and just like right after midnight, they stopped by my wife's grandmother's grave. But so it's not like it is here. It's a big party, but it's done way different. And the other big party that everybody really just gets together is Obon, the Festival of the Dead. So that's when we usually would be in August, and we'd be there because everyone's off and stuff like that. But yeah, so I hadn't got to see my wife in a while. She got her hair cut and her hair done. And I was like, good God, your hair looks fucking nice like that. What is that?
What the hell's going on here? How long had it been since you've seen her?
They left the 5th. What is it? They left the 5th of December.
Jesus. No, like actually on the phone, like FaceTime or anything like that? Like you hadn't seen her, she cut her hair. She took her wedding ring off. She went to a party. She went to like a swinger party. Did she leave your house keys in the fucking bowl?
I went to a key
party. You guys
party.
like leave samurai swords in a bowl? You guys like leave samurai swords in a bowl? And then you fucking
no, but that is one of the things. No, but since I do have actual swords and it's the traditional thing. So before New Year's, because you and your loved ones aren't allowed to fight and stuff like this. So you clean your swords and you bag them up and keep them until I think like the week after New Year's. There's all kinds of superstitions in Japan. What's this? What'd you say? Where'd Ethan go?
Remember, once a blue moon.
Yeah, he honestly dropped a $500 super chat.
Did you really?
Yeah. So that same week, I had a guy drop $100, and I was like, "Holy shit!" And then Ethan comes in and drops, like, I think it was 400. I don't think it was 5. I think it was 400. But then you came back and dropped like a couple more later. So I think the big one was 400, and there was a couple more. But hey, still, if I can appreciate it, Ethan, and you still haven't sent me that knife that you want me to sharpen. Cue ball. I'm telling you, like, you do look like you could be on the either. I'm not sure whether you look like the dude from the Brawny paper towels or if you look like Big Jim's Beans and Fixins.
The quicker piker upper. Bounty or Brawny or fuck, I don't know the Brawny.
Bounty, Brawn. I think it's Brawny.
Dude, I can't even imagine that kind of love. Ethan. Dude, I'd make Mike do something strange for all that change. He'd have to make me holler for them dollars. Michael,
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
Dude, I wouldn't even give it. God damn, I don't even know I don't even know. I'd make you sign your fucking, put a lien on your goddamn house. Fucking get $500. That's crazy. Ethan, what do you do, man? Do you have a bunch of money?
No, he doesn't, and that's why I was like,
that's crazy.
That's why I was very appreciative of it. I'm trying to find a. Here we go. Here we go. It's. Where's it at?
There we go.
Where's it at? Here we go. Here we go.
Oh boy. Hey Mike, every time someone tips, I want half your tips, dude. You got to spread this around.
You can't have them.
You got to spread. You piece of shit.
I mean, what do you want?
They're only doing it because they don't want me to hear the fucking bell.
All right, did somebody drop a tip? What, did somebody drop a tip? I can't find a picture of it online. Hang on.
Venmo me the $3.99 that I've earned tonight.
Yeah, I'll send it to you through Apple Pay via text. I'll say.
Hey, look at Stacy. Look at Stacy.
What'd Stacy say?
See? Buffalo plaid. That's right.
I'm not gonna lie. That is actually a nice shirt. I don't have any plaid like is that one of those insulated plaid shirts?
I don't fucking know.
Okay, is it just the shirt or does then it have like a liner like a jacket?
Yeah, it's just a shirt.
Oh, okay. Then it's just a plaid shirt.
How the fuck am I supposed to know?
Because you're a fucking adult and you should know the difference between like an
I didn't even know my fucking cutting board thing had a goddamn sharpener in it for like a year. I was like, where the fuck did that knife go? I've been looking for it everywhere. And someone comes over and just fucking sharpens a knife on it. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, is that what that is?
I saw that picture you sent me of John with a bottle of whiskey, and I was like,
dude, I get a video like that and send it to Ontiveros like every time we drink. He's always fucking, dude, he's so fat. Every time we drink, he just eats and just drinks and just dances because he's so happy eating.
John's not fat. You know who is? And I'm worried about that dude. Like it was a joke for a while.
Your mom?
No. What's his name? The guy that was on Nights. Like really, really big. Like the guy that like couldn't tie his shoe without sweating.
Oh, your mom?
I can't think of his name.
No idea.
Tito?
Oh God. I want $1 off that. I want the $1.
You'll get nothing and like it.
Who started it? Did Neve start that or did you fucking start that? Because I feel like one of you guys has
most channels have something. Most channels have something they do. So Neves has like a service bell, like ding ding ding.
And the gong.
And so then I don't have the gong. So Neves has that, and I was like, well, I couldn't find the gong that I wanted. And then Somnium, the guy, like that guy's got like 2 million subscribers. Like he sends me a link to this, and I'm like, oh, I'm getting that. So I got this big cowbell, and I've been beating the shit out of it, dude.
Some knife channel has 2 million subscribers.
It's not a knife channel. Somnium has a music. He does music videos.
Is it like Havoc's channel or is it?
No, it's like actual music.
Yeah, dude. See the nipple tassels, like the gender reveal nipple tassels. What are those called? Dude, Havoc's fucking Havoc must have just sold his fucking mom's car or something. Did you like break into your mom's house and steal her VCR and fucking
hey,
fucking $1.99?
Don't be. All right, go for it. Yes. No, so I don't know who started it, but there's a handful of channels that have it. I know that there's some channels that have like a soundboard, like bam, 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 like the horns, like they have it, like yeah. Some channels use that. I like this. I just like the bell. What is this? At the moment, I'm trying to save up to get a 2x72 belt grinder and other knife making equipment. Watch out for new maker on the market. Woohoo! It's not easy.
Spelled grinder wrong.
How do you spell grinder wrong?
Like the app? No.
Grinder. That's how you spell it.
Like
yeah. I don't know what public school you went to where they taught you it was spelled differently, but
there's like an app, I'm sure. Oh my God.
No, it's an actual grind. It's for making knives.
Why don't you go in the app store and type in grinder, see what pops up?
No, I'm okay.
I want 250. You know, yep. What? Man, you can't be making all those goddamn noises. What did I tell you?
Next thing you know, Polly's gonna have a flashback. He's gonna be locked in his closet with a pillow and a rifle. Like, I can't take it.
That's not that bad. It is a small freaking world. This guy, like, when he messaged me, I was like, "What the fuck is?"
Yeah, that was weird. It was funny though.
It's so funny.
Like I'm not to get into it, but like we had the conversation, and I was like, he looked at that picture and he was like, "Oh no, I get it."
Yes.
So, and I'm trying to find this. It's not coming up. At any rate.
Why do you have a hook in your hat?
Polly's got Alzheimer's.
What do you do with that hook?
Nothing. It just sits on the hat.
About this? Oh my God, dude. Havoc. You see this idiot? Like,
God, I love having you. I love having you on the channel. You know what that sounds like to me? You know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like a new headliner for my Volkswagen because it's hanging down.
Not only took the VCR, he took the fucking couch with him as well. Mom, I gotta take your couch. I'm gonna tip Mike.
What, you're joking? I was watching an episode of Cops on Pluto TV, and they have a 24-hour Cops channel. Have you ever seen that? Pluto TV.
Pluto TV.
Pluto TV. It's like a streaming site, and it's just live TV with commercials. It's like having cable. There's an app for it on your PlayStation. I watch it on. It's done nothing good to help with my productivity because they have a CSI channel. They have a Cops channel. It's just 24-hour Cops. That's it. Just Cops, 24 hours.
This chick who went to my gym, she was people would always ask her like stuff, like always go up and talk to her and shit. And I was talking to her and she was telling me she was a cop, and people would just like come up and be like, "Hey, I saw you on the show." And I was like, "What the hell is going on?" And then I don't watch Live PD or anything, but she was on Live PD like on a bunch of episodes.
Yeah.
Out here for Lake County. But yeah, I didn't know that, but it was pretty interesting. And like people come up to her all the time asking her that shit.
But the episode I watched was an older episode, and this dude, the cops showed up, and the cops show up. I'll do it in a second. I'll give him a break.
God, dude. Yeah, hey.
I got you. You ready?
Give the people. Dude, for $4.99, you should bust out the fucking gong for that one.
I don't have the gong. I sent it back to Amazon.
Buy a new one.
No, I don't need
it. The guy gave you $500 to sharpen his
yeah, and I still don't need the fucking gong. But no, this dude was like, the cops show up because the neighbors called because like his mother was like elderly, and they knew that like she never got out of bed, and this dude's like hauling shit out of the house because he's a fucking crackhead. And they're like, "What are you doing?" It's like, "Oh, I'm just helping my mom move." Turns out this dude was just robbing his mom blind. He's like rolling the refrigerator and shit out.
That's fucking crazy. Oh, Purple Heart to chronic tinnitus. I already got that. I'm in the 3M lawsuit, baby. Any veterans here? Get in the 3M lawsuit. Mike, did you do that shit?
For the
tinnitus stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely did. They were emailing me, and for some reason it all wound up going to my junk mail, and I didn't realize it. And they called me and they're like, "Hey, we have access to like your medical records, but you have to have the premium. You have to upgrade it." And I was like, "How come you didn't send me an email?" Like, "We've been sending you emails for like 6 months, and if you don't do this soon, you're gonna miss out." And I was like, "All right, well, let me get." So they helped me get into it. But yeah, I'm in on it too. I can't hear a fucking thing. That's why I talk so loud.
Yeah, they're like out there, like, I don't know, they keep emailing me like every couple months, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, we won this case," but it's like it didn't go to, like, they're telling me updates. I'm like, all right, it's been like fucking 2 years.
The company's been paying out a lot of money because it's just better for them just to pay it out than go to court. You know what I mean? Yeah, because they're going to lose anyway. So what was this trying to say? They're trying to say it's stronger. Oh, what lock is this? I'm sorry. I missed something, Spitfire. What was this? Cold Steel came out with a new lock, Atlas lock. Well, let's fucking look at that then.
Good.
Oh, hey, hang on. It did load. Share a screen. Chrome tab. Big John's Beans and Fixins. Look at that. It's Polly.
Is that me?
It's Polly.
What the fuck is this? Who's Big John? It's from Hunt. Big John's Beans and Fixin'. What is that?
So Big John's Beans and Fixins was like, you could get them, and it was 2 separate cans. You had the beans, and then you had the fixins. Where you cook the beans and then put the can in. It was like tomato sauce and bacon and shit. They actually were pretty good. I don't think they make them anywhere. This is one of my dad's favorite fucking things.
Did this fucking dipshit do another $2? Jesus Christ.
Apparently he took the footstool too. Maybe the phone.
Hey, you fucking up. Hey, Havoc, you should sing fucking.
I'm regretting. I'm kind of regretting the cowbell at the moment.
Good. Glad you.
No, I just need to move it to the other side. This is the one I can't hear out of anyway.
I think it was. I was looking through my comments. I think it was Sinister who was saying like he needed to change his pants after watching my video, which makes perfect sense. I would totally agree with him.
So Havoc was a mortarman. I worked inside a 3-story gun. I can't hear a goddamn thing.
Mike, why do you always have to one up everybody?
I'm not. I'm just saying.
That's why you can't sleep, because you're always thinking of ways to one up.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. I got something for you.
yeah. I know I'm number one. Yeah, I'm number one. Too. I'm fucking number one, baby.
Oh, that's no, we don't want that. We don't want that much. That's too much. That's too much, Paulie. Fixed blade drop point for simplicity. I don't know what we're talking about. Huh? Oh, I don't know. But I'm going to have to. Oh, yeah, that's right. I was going to look up. What did we say? It was the Atlas lock. Let me grab my keyboard here. No. Hang on, guys. I'm trying to cold.
I never understand this knife technical jargon you guys are talking about.
Well, Cold Steel came up with a lock mechanism. It wasn't.
What is up with this fucking guy? Havoc, what are you doing? What the fuck? Yes. Ring it again. Anything for $1.99, you fucking.
There's a mute. There's a mute button on your device, right?
Yeah. Why don't you put him on?
No, there's a mute button, so you don't have to hear it. Just push the mute button until you see me put the bell away.
Is your mom like walking into the garage for dinner? Yeah, you called, Michael?
Oh, I need a big fucking
Go
dinner
to your trough. What's your mom's name? Go to your trough. Fucking Kathy. Is Kathy out of the trough?
That's what I need. I need one of the fucking like chow time fucking triangles. That's what I need.
That's even worse. That's like 3 times. Chuno Tam says the new Cold Steel Drifter from Cold Steel.
I'm going to look all this stuff up later because the only thing I found on it was Reddit, and it says our CDN is unable to reach our servers. So I don't know what the fuck any of that means. But hey, Chuno Tam says hi to Aiden. My welcoming committee here, Aiden is pretty good about making sure everybody gets welcomed when they come in. I really do appreciate it.
He does a good job, except for, I mean, he's kind of a piece of shit to me, but I mean,
well, that's because
hi. I mean, it's like he says hi, but then when like I turn around, he's just like, "What a fucking asshole!" And he just rips on me.
Oh, it's because he likes you.
I mean,
it's like Shane. It's like Shane likes you too. That's think of how we treat each other, you and I. Like, I mean, if anybody that was not in the military ever heard you and I talking to each other, they'd be like, "Those dudes are about to kick the shit at you than each other in the parking lot." They're going to take it outside.
Stacey and her life partner seem to be enjoying us.
Say what? Yeah, cracking us up. Even the boyfriends laugh at y'all. That's good. I hope you guys enjoy this because this is just a fun place.
Come get it, Bertha. Daddy's got the sausage out. I didn't take it out for air.
You said that, and I just thought it's so my friend Luke Barker passed away here a couple years ago, but we were talking about him when he passed, and we were just joking about it. Our friend Larry, they used to hang out all the time, and when the ships would pull in that had females on them, because at the time most ships were all male except like supply and like refurb ships like subtenders, and they do weld shops. At any rate, there were all these like fat Navy chicks on these ships, and Luke would go out and he had this shitty car, and we were like, "Hey man, we picked up a bunch of chicks last night." And I was like, "Really? Like you assholes picked up chicks?" And they're like, yeah. I fucking bought a dozen. I bought a dozen donuts. I had them in the car. I was using that like fishing lure. They fucking pull up and you're like, "I got fudge." I was like, you're a horrible fucking human being. I'm digging it.
Not too bad. Thank you.
What's this? Whose channel is this?
I wish it said it like in the link. I think it's mine.
Mike, it's on GSM's website, not the Cold Steel website. I'll look it up later. I don't want to go digging through that shit.
Yeah, Bob Saget died. I'm sure there was probably some drugs involved.
I'm gonna say there was probably some drugs and there was some prostitutes that snuck out of that fucking room because like everybody thinks of Bob Saget as the father from Full House, but you and I have seen his comedy.
No, he's not like that at all. He did that to probably make money, but like he's not like that.
That dude was a dirty, dirty, dirty motherfucker.
Yeah, he was a pretty terrible person.
What's this? Yeah, I mean, come on. He played that part pretty well. He played that part of that like clean, squeaky clean dad and the shit like America's Funniest Videos. He played that pretty well, but like anybody that he had seen any of his comedy specials were like, those aren't the same.
That's not the same person.
Those aren't the same people at all. You missed a chance to see him do stand-up not long ago. Yeah, you know.
He was doing stand-up down there. Dude, like no one on your fucking channel.
And Stacy gets an extra because this is Stacy's first donation to the channel.
I'm glad like no one donates and then all of a sudden I come on here.
Well, so
you better pay me my fucking money, Mike.
You're not getting.
You better pay me my fucking money.
You're not getting shit.
Why?
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 I'm trying to help you get your channel to where I honestly though, you guys do. It would be great if everybody went and followed Polly. We do have to figure it out how to do a live feed on your channel. We'll do like a marathon one.
There's got to be a way to fucking do it. I know like other platforms you could probably do that. I don't know about YouTube's kind of weird. Yeah,
YouTube's. I mean, here's the thing: we could do it on YouTube, but like the only way it would benefit you is if you do it on your channel, and then you could just have me as a guest. And we'll just figure it out, and we'll announce it, and we'll have everybody. We'll get it figured out here in the next few weeks. We'll just do a big long one, and I'll get Tri-State to come along. I get Cole to come, and he could use his voice modulator.
That's terrifying.
It's funny though. Like I said, so. If you get a chance, go watch. You don't even have to watch a whole video, but watch Nick Shabazz because he's got that like he's over the top accent that he uses in his videos, and it's funny. What?
You're fucking Havoc. What an idiot!
Hey,
dude, Havoc. How do you even like?
He sold the phone too. That was the coffee table. That was the coffee table.
Your fucking poor mom sleeping on the goddamn floor now.
I'll be laying in bed all night tonight, like, wee, what the fuck is wrong with my ear?
Yeah, he was touring, I think, in Jacksonville.
Say what?
I think Bob Saget was touring in Jacksonville. I didn't even know he's still doing stand-up. Jesus. These guys just do stand-up till they die, pretty much.
You know who I like watching do stand-up is the guy I can't think of his name now. He's on Louder with Crowder. Dave. Fuck, can't think of his name now. But that dude is hilarious. Like he talks about like when he fucking the time that he fucking almost died from alcohol poisoning. He was like 16 and they put him in a fucking insane asylum because there was no room at the place where they were supposed to send him as a juvenile to go to rehab. And they put him in a room with a dude that thought he was a werewolf. It's hilarious. And I'm listening to it. He goes, yeah, he was fine. And he's like, I wake up in the middle of the night and I got a dude attacking me because the moon came out.
Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Hey, thanks, Stacy. That's pretty fucking awesome, actually.
Yeah, I think everybody's been trying to share your channel.
Yeah, the knife community is pretty legit.
Yeah, everybody. That's one of the best things about it. God, why can't I think about it? I can't think of his name. Dave. Who do you guys? Anybody know Dave Landau? Yeah, Dave Landau. The dude is hilarious. Like,
I never heard of him.
You should watch Louder with Crowder. Just go find some videos. It's hilarious. But like he tells the story about like being in an insane asylum because like the rehab area for juveniles was full, so they put him in a mental institution for a week. I was like, what the fuck,
that
dude?
Doesn't seem like that makes any fucking sense, but
right. That was fucking nuts.
Yes.
Yeah, Dave's hilarious. I would play that clip, but I guarantee it's monetized. And I like to make money on my videos. You know, that's some of the point of doing it. A lot of the time, though, like I said,
you can't play a monetized clip, but you could play one that's not monetized.
It's weird. Like you can play. Okay, so music that's monetized, it's you can't play any of it. Like 10-second clips, I think sometimes you can get away with no more than like 10 seconds. But then there's some stuff that you just can't play at all. Like I told you, like I tried to do the unboxing thing and have like the picture of him with Marcellus Wallace's briefcase and shine it up in her face for that unboxing thumbnail. And turns out that since that was promotional, it was in a promotional poster. It's a copyrighted image. And so when I tried to put that thumbnail up, it immediately like got struck. Like, you can't put this up. I'm like, okay. So I changed the thumbnail to something that was similar. So,
dude, Chappelle is like funny. His stand-up seems a little bit different now. He's more just like free form. He'll talk for like 8 or 9 hours. Like some of these guys who do like 12 hours of stand-up. Have you ever seen that shit? They'll just like pop up somewhere and they'll just like go on for like 12 hours straight.
Yeah,
talk.
I don't know anything about just sitting and talking for fucking hours. I don't know anything about
dude, there's like, I think like Dane Cook did it like a long time ago where he did like 10 hours and then people kept trying to like up it. And I don't know if it's like Chappelle or somebody else. They did like 16 hours or something. They'll just pop up at like 1 or 2 in the morning and just keep going.
I think they're talking about Dave Landau though.
No, but somebody said Spitfire said Chappelle. He was talking about
I see it. So that just popped up. I was looking because the last thing I saw until just now was Havoc's comment. I see it now. It just popped up.
Yeah, I don't know what's the. I guess let me see.
You calling the cops? All right, go to Mike's house. Fucking Mike has broke into someone's really nice fucking apartment and he's sitting there. I think that you're actually able to put, like, I think you can share a tab too. I just have to approve it. So if you pop something up, there should be a share. If you see the share button down below.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it. So it says the longest stand-up comedy by an individual is 40 hours and 8 minutes by some guy named David Scott in Dubuque, Iowa.
Like, can't be that funny if if you're going to go for 40 hours, were there people watching?
I guess people it's probably, I don't know. People, obviously, you're not going to stay there the whole time. People just probably come in and out.
I don't know. I think Stacy and John Evans watched all 24 hours of the 24-hour Knife Rights telethon.
Yeah, so maybe if they live stream, if people are watching it. Yeah, Theo Vaughn is funny, dude. He's
never seen it. I haven't watched. I have to tell you the truth, like, in all honesty, like, the thing I like about the whole streaming Pluto TV, like all just 24-hour channel, is that most of it's shit I've already seen. So when I'm doing editing and stuff, I don't get distracted because it's just background noise, or if I'm sharpening. But I will tell you, I swear to God, I turned into my grandfather. You know how we say that we turn into our parents and our grandparents and shit? I was scrolling through Pluto TV and I was like, oh, a Matlock channel. And I realized I was watching, and I realized last night that I had watched Matlock for like 3 hours. I'm like, I have turned in to my grandfather.
Matlock.
I'm watching Andy Griffith as Matlock, and I was like, my grandfather used to watch that show. Like, that was one of the things. Like, we all sat down and watched it when we were at their house.
Yeah. Who are you on the phone with, Shane?
Say what?
Who's Shane on the phone with?
Like I said, the cops.
Call the cops?
Probably called the cops on us. Like, hey, there's 2 assholes. I know where they live.
I've never heard of Jay Hickman.
Jay Hickman, I have. He's fucking hilarious.
Man, I'm curious, like, how many comedians are like that? They're just like really, really funny. People have never even heard of them.
There's a lot. And the thing is, like, a lot of those comedians don't make it real far because they, a lot of comedians are like really, really, really troubled. And so a lot of them like burn out because the things that they joke about are like actual things.
They have like the keen ability to notice every fucking thing and overthink everything because they conceptualize everything. They take everything in and they overthink on everything. They're always trying to find new ways to think about things. And that just fucking would drive you crazy.
It will make you insane.
Yeah. And so that's why like people like fucking Robin Williams fucking kill themselves. They just think they think too goddamn much, and that's the problem.
Can you guys hear the dogs?
Yeah, I hear it now.
There's an ambulance service up the hill. There's nothing like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. You're just starting to get into a deep sleep. And the ambulance comes by, and my neighbor's 4 dogs and the 6 dogs next to him, and fucking every dog in the goddamn neighborhood goes nuts, and you're laying there going, it's all right. I wasn't planning on fucking sleeping or anything.
Yeah,
That's the only bad thing about
it. Where I live, I never hear that shit.
It didn't, like, it's not that bad all the time, but like just since the neighbors had their dogs had puppies, it's pretty bad. Like there's a bunch of them out there. They're singing us the song of their people. What's this?
We got a holy war going on in the goddamn chat.
What are we talking about? We weren't joking about mental health. I mean, Polly and I both have probably some mental health issues, but Polly, see, here's the thing. Like I've had conversations with Polly and I'm like, I gotta take this off speaker because I can tell like I gotta talk to Polly. The worst is like Polly will try to say something shocking in the initial sentence, hoping I'm on voicemail or I'm on speakerphone, someplace public. And I know he does it because so if I'm like somewhere where there's a chance Polly's going to call me, I have one of my Bluetooth earbuds in. That way I take it out of the mix. I'm like, oh, it's Polly. And I'm like, I can't engage in your bullfuckery right at the moment. I'm in public.
Did you watch that Chargers game last night?
I don't watch fucking professional sports anymore.
Yeah, I don't really watch football too much, but so basically if they tied, both teams would get in.
Yeah.
Playoffs, simple as that. But they're so fucking stupid that they'll never tie, right? I guess it's like there's probably rules against it. So they went to overtime and we're tied. And if basically they tied, the Steelers wouldn't make the playoffs. Both of them would. And so there was like a minute left, and the Raiders were trying to run out the clock. The fucking
Raiders or the Steelers? Okay, you said Steelers, and then you said the Raiders, and you said the Chargers. So I don't know who's playing.
The Chargers and the Raiders are playing against each other.
You said Steelers.
But if they tied, then the Steelers don't make the playoffs. So if the game ended in a tie, then the Steelers are kicked out of the playoffs. So I ended up like there's like 30 fucking something seconds left, and the Chargers coach ended up taking a timeout. The Raiders were actually going to play for a tie, but then the coach for the Raiders was like, oh, you want to take a fucking timeout? Is that what you want to do? You want the ball back? How about this? And they ran a play, and then they kicked the field goal and fucking won. And they were just like, and they were like, after the game, we're like, oh, that timeout? Yeah, they're basically like, oh, did that timeout change something? And they were like, oh, yeah, definitely. Like, they were talking shit. They were basically trying to fuck with us to get the ball back, so we decided to win the fucking game.
We decided that we weren't going to do what they wanted to do and say,
my dad fucking is like 70 years old and he fucking calls me and he's just fucking furious. And I'm just like, dude, like,
hey, Shane, do me a favor. Have John give me I want to get John on the channel again. It's a lot of fun when he's driving Uber. Dude, it's fucking great when John is driving and he's stuck in a fucking drive-thru. We did a video one night on Kohl's. Yeah, it was on Tri-State EDC, and I got done with my video, and I told him, I was like, hey, you should have me come in. I was like, never mind. I'm probably too stoned because I'd been hitting the devil lettuce. And he goes, or you're just right to come in. And I'm like, all right. And so he sent me the link, and I log in, and you've got John from Grateful Panic, and he was driving Uber Eats. And he literally sat in a McDonald's drive-thru for, Jesus, I swear to God, it must have been an hour and 45 minutes.
What the fuck?
And I was like, good God, man. And then he's driving around town. You can hear like, brr, brr. And I'm like, wait a second. You're doing a live feed while driving?
Oh, yeah, I love it. I'm sure guys who are like Uber drivers, fucking like regular Uber drivers, probably do that shit too.
I'm not gonna lie. I've done a live feed from the car before while driving. I think I did it driving to Vegas for one of the knife shows one time. I did a live
People
feed.
do live feeds all the time. They'll be like fucking fishing or like throwing rocks in a fucking pond. They'll be like, whoa, check this out. I'm skipping rocks.
But there was a guy that got like 2 million views in a 12-hour period because it went viral. People were telling people about it. And all he did was just sit there in a chair for hours. Didn't say
who was that? Word. Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. That weird fucking guy who just like didn't move. Or no, was he smiling? Did you see that?
That was an Asian dude, and he was just doing stuff. He's just sitting in a chair and just sitting around, not doing anything, and literally got millions of views. So you figure
there's a dude who does that, and he gets millions of views, and he just sits there for like 6 hours and smiles at the camera. It's insane. I was watching something like if you know who Mr. Beast is from YouTube.
Yeah.
he like his first video, he counted to 100,000 in like 23 hours, and like it got hundreds of thousands of views. I was like, dude, what is this? There's people on like TikTok who go live and they'll like literally bounce ping pong balls into a fucking cup, or like do like a treadmill with like pool balls on it, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this? Like, who's watching this?
Bro, you know what? I gotta.
With arms wide open, Havoc, you're a fucking.
Oh,
I got my volume pretty fucking low now.
One of my favorite memories was so when we were at Point Loma, you always the fucking 2 tickets to paradise thing. I got 2 tickets.
Why did that start? Was that for fucking Steve?
No, it might have been. It was either Steve or Brian. One of those two started it. It would be like 3:00 on a Saturday. This motherfucker would call me and wouldn't say a word. I'd answer the phone. I'm like, hey, what's up, Paul? He's like, I got 2 tickets to Paradise, and then hang up. The reason
why we started singing that fucking song, like, I think it was Steve.
I don't remember.
No, it was Steve, because he would talk about how he would jam out to that fucking shit.
Yeah, that's right. It was. So at any rate, so the day that Eddie Money died.
How do you even? I don't even know.
We texted each other. Like I was like, bro, did you see? And you were like, what? And I was like, there's no more tickets to Paradise, brother. And you were like, oh, he fucking died. He was in that fucking one like Geico commercial or some shit.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, bro. You like called me from Chicago. Have you seen the? I'm like,
dude, that was because of Steve. Because Steve would sing it, and he would talk about how he fucking loved fucking Eddie Money.
Yeah, I got 2 tickets to Paradise there. Steve was an interesting cat, dude. This dude had an electric bicycle. So when he came back, when he picked up the contract, say what?
Havoc's over here thinking Jimmy Buffett sang that fucking song.
No,
there's a Eddie fucking Money. Music guy. What are you doing?
That was Eddie Money. 2 tickets to Paradise.
Eddie Paradise. You.
Hey.
I'm trying to do right by God, but these people keep donating for some fucking bell. I want half those tips, dude. We're a fucking.
Hey man, you know what? Half of nothing is still fucking nothing.
I'm reporting you to the IRS. Apparently, if you go on the IRS website and they say if you sell drugs, you have to report that as income. I was like, fantastic. I'm sure they will.
I saw that too. I saw a message that came out. It says all income, legal or illegal, must be reported. I'm like, you think that people are that fucking dumb?
I mean, yeah, you might as well report it. I have when we talk offline, I got a funny ass story to tell you.
Why is it worse than the shit you've been saying earlier?
I can't say it on here. Okay. It's something funny though. It's so stupid, but it's funny, but I don't want to say it on here.
We got like 30 minutes. We'll definitely when I end the live feed, we can just bullshit for a minute.
Yes.
So, no, that was fucking hilarious. Like, I don't know how it started, but there were times like you would call me and start singing it, and I would text fucking Scott. I'd text Brian Scott. I'm like, I got 2 tickets, and then stop, and I would get a message back to Paradise with like music signs and shit on it.
That was like our fucking weird, theme song. That was our goddamn theme song for a long time.
God, I'm not gonna lie, we had so much fun when we worked together. You gotta admit, that was a fucking blast.
It was a good time. Really I didn't check the score of the national championship game. That's actually interesting. Damn, Alabama actually lost. If you got any Alabama fans out there, that's crazy.
I don't have to see. I since we don't watch TV, like my kid does not watch TV. She just fucking either reads or watches a little bit of TikTok and hangs out and bullshits with her friends online, like FaceTime. So we got rid of cable. I don't have any cable at all. All I have is internet. And that's why I like Pluto TV, because I can pick shows.
Yeah, I stream it. I just stream it on here. I actually stole John's mom's cable hookup thing. So like he signed in one time, and I sneakily kept the fucking password and everything. So now I just watch everything on it.
Say that out loud.
So much fucking money.
I do believe that shit's illegal. I don't know if you know.
No, like it's just like her login. Like I'm not like fucking black box.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean we can't share passwords?
Nope.
What is this? 21 Jump Street?
Well, no. What I was gonna say is like Pluto TV's free. You just go to the website and it streams. So you get commercials. But I have the VPN now, which makes it weird because it has no idea where I'm at in the world. So I get some of the weirdest fucking commercials.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Like I'll get weird ass commercials for shit. I'm like, that's not even around here. Like if you stream shit,
I've
you
been
get the
getting
dumbest
commercial.
shit.
So apparently my VPN has me in Thailand right now because when I was watching CSI, the 24-hour a day CSI channel, while I was cooking supper and shit, it was all commercials in Thai. It was like the McDonald's commercials, everything. And I was like, well, that's Thai. I could recognize the characters. I'm like,
They got crazy ass. Have you seen like the McDonald's menu like overseas at like different fucking places? I'm sure like the Japan one is like insane. Like I can't even imagine what the fuck they have in Japan.
bro, I've been to 16% of the countries in the world. Yes, there's a lot of weird.
What's a
KFC's actually the weirdest one.
Is this Florida guy Havoc? He doesn't know what a VPN is?
It's so what it is it masks where you're at.
You
online.
definitely need it. You definitely need it.
You need it
after your appearance on To Catch a Predator. I think you should. You might not get caught next time, you predator. So I think that's a great idea.
Hey.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Popped out. Hey, what's your name? Havoc. You're here to share a pizza with this 12-year-old.
Do you ever watch Cinnamon Toast Ken do those videos where they fucking
I've been watching these videos with this fucking guy. He just talks about the downfall of all these channels. I can't wait till yours is on there. He's like, these guys used to have like 2 million subscribers, and the fucking it fell down after this. And like,
I know which channel you're talking about. I was watching it earlier. She said she was 18.
You mean he?
Hey, we don't judge.
Yeah, we're not gonna judge you. You guys are the only ones who judge. Not like, I'm a nice man with happy feelings. Don't judge any of you.
In a very, very manly shirt. We had a chief that would always pick on this one Japanese worker at the ordnance facility when I was in Japan. And this guy would come in and he would always walk up to him and he would fuck with him. And I don't know what had happened, but there was like, they didn't really like each other. And so Chief walked into one time. He goes, "Oh, Mr. Nakamura, that's quite the deboner haircut you got there." And he was like, "Oh, thank you." We're like,
that's like Chun. Remember Chun? Patrick Chun.
Yeah.
Patrick Chun, dude. That guy was so funny. Who is the Booty Warrior? I want to watch the Booty Warrior on Boondocks.
Booty Warrior is the funniest.
The Boondocks.
That was.
I don't know the Booty Warriors. I know the Boondocks is fucking funny.
Boondocks was fun. I miss when comedy was allowed to be comedy, but I don't want to get into political shit. But I definitely, very definitely miss when comedy was fun.
That's what it was last time. That fucking guy who I don't remember who it was, but he was just like, "Mike, you want to live in California with all those goddamn rules, you son of a bitch?"
Yeah.
And we're just like, "Hey, just relax, no political stuff." And he's just like, "Fine, I won't say anything." But you live in goddamn California, you motherfucker, you son of a bitch.
Right? I mean, here's the thing. I try to take the high road on stuff. Like you guys, okay, not even you guys know there's some drama going on, and my name got thrown out in some shit that absolutely didn't fucking happen. And I'm not mentioning any names or anything, but here's the thing. Like, I try to take the high road. I try to skirt around some fucking internet drama. And there's just people that like, that's their whole goal. I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you on my channel? I asked you nicely. But here's the thing. Like, it was funny, but I had to put you in pause I put you in timeout so that I could take down your comment to hopefully, because you have a tendency to be a lot like gasoline on a campfire.
Havoc, that's what happened. The guy was like, I don't know, he was talking shit about some political stuff, and Mike was like, "Hey, why don't you go ahead and relax a little bit?" He's like, "Fine, I'll go ahead and relax. I love you, Mike." And then like, dude, like, I was like, "Hey," and then I asked him, I was like, "Hey, how do you feel about that?" And he was just like, "I'll tell you how I feel, goddamn it." And he got so fucking mad. And then like, get the fuck out of here. He put me on timeout. He fucking booted that guy.
I put you in timeout, and then I tried to give him a chance, and then he came right back in with it again the third time, and I was like, "Yeah, I gotta."
That guy was unbelievable. That guy was just like, he was like, I'm calm. He's like, "But let me tell you something." He got all fired up again. Oh,
not Marco Polo. It was the different guy. This was, and I'm not going to call anyone out because like I just don't do that. Like I very rarely do it. There's only been a couple times.
Remembers it. It was like a few weeks ago. I don't know if you were there, Havoc, but it was.
Yeah, I don't think. No, I think that was a night that he wasn't. I can't even remember his name now.
I don't remember.
At any rate, it doesn't matter. But yeah, like I gave him like 2 or 3 warnings, and then every time I put Polly in timeout, like I know that I'm gonna like. I don't know if you guys know this. This dude over here Mr. fucking Big John's Beans and Fixins. This motherfucker has got a filthy, filthy mouth. Like you should see you. Like when I put you in timeout, like I just guarantee you my phone's just gonna go vibrating like crazy. Like let me grab that.
It's so annoying because you can't. Like I'll be typing something, and I'll be like, yes, let's continue this conversation. Yes, let's infuriate Mike. And it's like you're on timeout, and I was like, dude, in 5 minutes, this is gonna be fucking ancient history. Like no one's gonna like jump back in and try to continue it.
That's the whole fucking point of the timeout, Paulie. But like I'll put
like
in the timeout and just my phone's like
I don't like it.
And the cleanest thing is any of those.
I wasn't that guy you thought I was on that other stream a few weeks ago. What are you talking about?
Say what?
I disappeared for a while, and then when I got back, you were mad at me for some reason and didn't believe me. You thought I had another account or something.
Oh, no. There was, you remember that guy that came in and was talking about it, and you were like, oh, I wonder if that's Havoc. I wonder if he changed his username. You remember? Yeah, I remember it.
That guy, the dude the other night that was like, he came in and was just like, yeah, I don't know if I want to say it.
Yeah, no, this was another Florida dude. Havoc. I mean, there's something wrong with a lot.
My channel is more of the people. I don't have fucking $3,000 Wagyu steaks. I have, people food. I don't have a fucking flamethrower. Fuck, today I'm gonna be making a fucking smash burger with a flamethrower.
I wanted to point this out because Polly mentioned it. Like, guys, go follow Polly's channel because the fact is, like, I can do a video. Yeah. Like, I can usually film a video if I don't like fumble fuck all over my words with a little bit of research on specs and then getting some good pictures and pulling up all the stuff. I can usually film an actual video in probably about 30, 45 minutes. And that takes me an hour or two to get it edited and then going through all the audio and shit and getting it put up and stuff. So I mean, it's time consuming, but like, you got to remember, like if Polly's doing something like a brisket, that's like 8-10 fucking hours right there. And then the rest
so much to me, Mike, and the way the knife community has supported me. I fucking love you guys.
Well, here's the thing. You know why you're on my channel?
It's like these cooking channels. I'm like, dude, I'm like realistic fucking cooking. Like something you can cook for like 4 fucking people, not like buying a fucking 3,000-pound steak and then you dry age it in fucking ketchup and you fucking take a shit with a flamethrower. Like, it's like, dude, what the hell?
Yeah, I mean, well, here's like the one that irritates me is like everyone sees those cooking shows. Like I guarantee there's a lot of people like watch the Rachel Ray fucking she's got all this food. She's like, I already put one in the oven. Bitch, you didn't make that.
No,
you were sitting at your house. You showed up 15 minutes ago and just fucking talked about the food. Yeah. You know that bitch didn't cook that. She had a bunch of other people doing it. It makes it look so easy. And these people are like, oh, it's so simple. You just do this and you just do this. And that's my Paula Deen impersonation. Note, I didn't use any racial slurs.
It would be easy. You know what? It's not that hard to like cook. Like people think there's like a secret to cook barbecue and shit like that. There's a lot of different techniques and stuff like that. I think the hardest part is like filming it and fucking providing the fucking dialogue for it and just like providing some value for it. It's a fucking pain in the ass.
Well, and the fact, I watched you take what I know was several hours worth of cooking and smoking and all that shit and turn it into like a fucking 1-minute video on TikTok. And I was like, yeah. And it had a flow. It worked. I mean, you had everything in it. I'm like, wow, that's pretty creative.
I'm using the Traeger a lot and fucking, you'll get those, oh, you got a goddamn outdoor oven. It's like, what are you making out in fucking 5-degree weather? You fucking psycho. What am I fucking professional cooking here? Like a competition cook? Like, I'm just trying to smoke some shit.
Now, I do have an honest question for you.
Yep.
If your kid has a projector, can she show an entire movie on your forehead? Because that's a big-ass forehead. There's some real estate there.
Yeah.
Why are your eyebrows so far from your hairline?
I need that fucking Botox, dude. Actually, you know what? We'll make an appointment. My aunt was right. Look at that.
I don't think they can shorten your skull.
Yeah. I haven't evolved. That's why I cook with fire so goddamn much. Like a fucking caveman.
Hey man, turn
very
your head,
lowbrow.
Turn your head. I want to see your profile, but be careful of that lamp. I'm fucking knocked the lamp over again.
Goodbye, cue ball. Where's cue ball going?
Probably going to bed or work.
Yeah, you should probably be going to bed. Probably work tomorrow.
Okay, friends, have to get up for work tomorrow on doctor's appointment. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure.
Q-Ball's probably got gout.
What's it with you and gout?
Dude, the gout. We can't talk politics here, but gout is one of those comorbidities with the pandemic stuff going on right now.
Is it really?
Dude, I don't know, dude. You can't even read anything that's actually real on the internet these fucking days. Even when you think you're getting it from a trusted source, it's probably not. I can't read.
Well, I mean, we don't want to talk about that either because they frown on you talking about the coof. But I see. I thought you were being serious. I was like, really?
No, it's like I sent you that. It was like the underlying, like the hidden monster of the pandemic, gout.
Well,
what the fuck?
Autoimmune disorders as well. So that's why it's really hard. Like, I can't find a job right now because companies find out I have an autoimmune disorder and like, yeah, it's a risk the company is not willing to take.
Just don't tell them.
You kind of
just don't tell them.
I don't have to tell them about I don't have to tell them about my.
Yeah, I have autoimmune disorder and I have herpes. Yeah, thanks for asking. Just don't tell them.
Hey, Polly, how'd you get herpes on your booty hole?
Yes, I'd like to apply for this manager position at Burger King. Yeah, I have herpes and autoimmune disorder. Yeah, I have mesothelioma as well because I worked in a fucking warehouse. Like, what are you talking about? Just fucking tell them. What are you fucking talking about?
But at any rate, no, you know what I'm thinking about? No, but I have to be careful.
I don't want to play Leonidas. I want to play the that Egyptian warlord, the guy with the nipple rings and shit, and he had it up in his nose.
I thought you were looking for like Harry from Harry and the Hendersons for the remake.
Yep.
I'm just a caveman lawyer. That's what it was. I remember it now. I was trying to think of it. It was when old boy played unfrozen caveman lawyer on Saturday Night Live. That shit was hilarious.
Was it The Rock?
No, it was the dude that was on. It was the dude whose wife killed him. The dude from Saturday Night Live. I can't think of his name now.
Steve Hartman.
Yeah. He played. It was a reoccurring. Phil Hartman. Phil Hartman. Yeah, Phil Hartman. The guy. He would do that. He's like, I don't know about your modern world. I'm just a caveman. But and then he'd get into a legal spiel, and that's every time I see
The Rock and Chris Kattan did that one where they do that mbah, and he was like eating a fucking apple, stupid. Like, remember that one? Phil Hartman.
Motherfucker, you got a head like an Irish walking stick.
What is his wife killed him because they were going through a fucking divorce?
I don't remember what it was. It was Phil Hartman. But
nice.
Yeah, I think I forget what it was. Like he filed for divorce and he was leaving and she came into the apartment and while he was sleeping, she shot him. So
that's like that night fucking stalker shit, that Nightcrawler, whatever that documentary was. Imagine just like going to sleep. You're watching fucking late night TV and shit, and you just never wake up again. Someone just fucking murked you in your fucking on the couch.
Well, I was going to tell you. So during that period where I wasn't able to sleep. Like there was there was a few days where I just didn't sleep at all. I watched like every crime documentary that Netflix has. I watched that whole thing of like the Night Stalker and then the Sons of Sam. Bro, Netflix does their crime documentaries really well.
That was you with the fucking Son of Sam bullshit. You were like, anyone hear that fucking dog barking? It won't stop fucking barking. That was you. I was like, go outside and talk to him.
Telling me to do shit.
Post-nasal drip. What is this guy? What is Sinister talking about?
Who knows? It's Duke,
drug use.
It's Duke. Who knows? You never know with Duke. Duke's a wild card.
Paulie, did Progressive really think Flo is a better choice? I think not. I have no idea what the fuck that means.
You don't remember he's making a joke. You remember the caveman? The Progressive used to have the caveman commercials.
Oh, did they? Was that it? I thought
that was Progressive. That was Progressive. And then
they stopped doing that. It's probably offensive or something.
I don't know. If somebody took offense of it.
Offensive
can't say shit to anyone anymore without somebody taking offense.
It's really offensive to people who look like me. You get like the most random fucking things. My eyes, kitchen knife, mango, post-nasal drip. Show us that knife.
Oh, Phil Hartman. She killed him with a kitchen knife. That's what it was.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, so you have to follow. You have to see what
Holy
what
shit.
Gunther's saying. Like he said, it's Phil Hartman, and then I say, yeah, she shot him or something, and then he goes kitchen knife, and I'm like, oh, I got you.
Oh my God, what a way to fucking die. That's unbelievable.
Way to go, Aiden. Way to go. Get him started on that shit again. It's still here. I'm gonna send
Where
it
is
to
it?
him.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and send it to me? I mean,
Text me your address. I'll send it to you.
oh, text you right fucking now, honestly. So we're here. Can I see it?
Yeah.
Do you have it?
No, I don't have your address.
I don't want to look at it because it's probably a piece of shit, and then I'm gonna be like, I don't want it. Don't even show it to me.
It's actually
I'll
not
just
a bad
get it,
little knife.
and then
It's
I'll do
not a
like
bad
a.
little knife, but
I'll
it's
do
just
an
like,
unboxing. How about that? I'll get it. I'll do an unboxing at my house.
how about this? How about this? I have a knife that you would probably appreciate more. I'll just swap it out. I'll just send you a different knife.
Yes.
There you go. Something that
look
would be
like?
more useful for you, and then I'll just do the other one as a giveaway.
Oh, I want in on that giveaway.
100%. Polly resembles Alf, not Harry.
Alien life form, baby.
Are you from the planet Melmac? Is your name Gordon Shumway? Yes, I used to watch Alf a lot.
Is that me?
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, I can see that with the fucking schnoz and everything.
Polly broke the code. Most random thought I had. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yep. Everyone's having a good goddamn time in the chat.
Yeah, this is fun, and that's
Oh,
I
she's
like.
talking about. I like the commercials with Mayhem. The fucking guy. Those
Yeah.
are good. Those are funny.
Who's that? Who said that? Oh yeah, I see it now.
That's funny.
The cursed commercials of Mayhem. Yeah, I did like those too. Like he's like fucking the hurricane winds and shit. Like every progressive commercial, like he was beat up a little bit more.
Oh, did they keep that continuity? Like he'd be fucked up even more?
Yeah, if you were to watch him like in a row, like he starts out like the very first one, he was something I can't remember what it was, but it kept going. Like every time he was in a video, he just looked like he had more scratches and fucking band-aids and shit on. Those were a lot of fun. You know what I want to watch?
Lots.
Do you remember when we used to fucking when we used to watch it in the armory, like on days that I didn't have paperwork and shit? We would watch Oz, that prison show. You remember we used to watch Oz on the computer up there in the armory?
I don't remember you guys watching Oz. I never really watched it.
Oh no, it was when we were up at the range. It was me and Brian Scott. We'd watch that shit on the computer up at the range.
What a job. $40 an hour to fucking watch fucking
Right?
shows.
$40 an hour to babysit idiots that should know better.
I still don't understand how a half outdoor range provided that much lead poisoning to everyone. This is kind of
Bro, it was bad. Like, and here's the thing: like the indoor range at 32nd Street was even worse. There was a bunch of people that got bad lead poisoning.
Didn't they like? And they kept saying like that they had like a state of the art like HVAC system to filtration system, and still didn't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, and like remember. So when I was at Lockheed Martin, I worked in that office on the other side of the range for a while when you'd already become a cop, but that's where my office was for the site lead. And everybody that was in that office, like if even people that weren't working on the range, they like had super high lead levels. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then they were like, oh, you got to get your lead levels tested.
Shit.
Mine was, I was like, why don't I have high lead levels? I mean, I'm in the same fucking environment.
You fucked up your test because I would think like anyone who's in that environment got it. So
the doctor was like, he's like, I don't get it. He's like, I've run your test twice. And he's like, you work with weapons constantly. You've worked at ranges. I worked inside the gun and everything. And he goes, you should have a significant lead level. He's like, I can almost not even read your lead levels. I was like, how is that even possible?
You should have some. That seems like that's off.
Yeah, he said I had some, but like not like any significant change. Like there were people that had to take specific meds to lower their lead levels from working there. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, so Mike's mom was on the farm, and I decided I wanted to buy her because I wanted some brisket. And Mike came running up with the tassels on his nipples, begging me to let his mom go with his little cowbell. I said, listen, Mike, I'll do you a favor. Go ahead and let her go. Go ahead and start this knife channel and promote me a bit. So he's like, okay.
Okay. So you want to know the real story? When I retired, I wound up taking a position with a new contract that started. Lockheed Martin was running a lot of the stuff for the security department because they were undermanned. They provided us to do the jobs, like little low-hanging fruit stuff. And Polly, I was the site lead, and Polly was one of the. You started as a vehicle inspector, and then you worked in the armory.
Yes.
So, yeah, we both worked for Lockheed Martin as civilian contractors.
That Havoc's
God, we got paid well. We got paid so well for so little.
Havoc's got a stolen valor video on his channel, but I don't understand what the hell is going on. I haven't watched it.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that, and I didn't watch it either. I saw it, but I didn't watch it. I was like, oh,
I saw it, but then I realized it was Havoc, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be fucking terrible. Why would I watch it?
Because here's the thing. I won't get that 5 minutes of my life back.
I told you the story, Pocket Fuck Review. You know the story.
Actually, you know what? I may have been like the supervisor, but I don't think I was like a boss kind of boss. I think we just kind of all worked together to get shit done. I think that's why we got along.
Boss. I think you were the boss, actually.
I mean, I was, but I didn't like it. We didn't. I don't think we ever really treated it that way, except that time that Steve wanted to get all frisky, and he was trying to be. Remember, he was like trying to be.
I wish Steve would have kept the power. You guys did a power struggle between you and Steve,
and so he came out there one time, and he was screaming and hollering, and then he's like, well, we'll go down and let's run down there. And we get to the steps, and I was like, bro, didn't you say you were like special forces? Because like you just gave up the high ground. All I have to do is put my foot in the middle of your back and send you down all 48 of those steps.
Paramilitary, he's a rock climber. He's gonna fucking climb on your head and choke you to fucking death.
So then the manager, the district manager shows up, and he goes, well, here's the thing. Mike is your boss because it's official. Mike is the boss. And then that's when Steve was just like, oh, hey. And I'm like,
he's trying to be all nice.
Hey, buddy. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, I mean, I warmed up to him. I wound up at the end. Like there's a lot of stuff I would have done for Steve, except for that time he refused to send weapons out. And the patrol was like, they called me. It's like 4:00 in the morning. Like, you need to get your ass in here. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
Put me down.
Locked himself near me. I'm not doing it. They're not listening. They're not. I was like, Paul, or I was like Steve, you got to put the weapons out. Like, I don't give a fuck what they said. I don't fucking care.
What did they say to him that was so offensive? I don't understand.
I don't even remember what it was, but it was just something like they were pushing him, like they wanted him to hurry up, and he was taking so much time. And I was like, Steve, I mean, I understand that like what you're signing for is a big deal. You are giving this person weapons and ammo. But the fact is, like, you can't like hold them up that fucking long. Like it literally took him like an hour and a half or 2 hours to do that turnover. And I'm like,
I mean, in his defense, they were fucking
they were dumb.
They were annoying.
I almost said a no-no. I almost said a no-no word. I almost used the R word.
No, they just like didn't like want to sign for shit. They were just like trying to get the fuck, like just taking it and fucking leaving and just being stupid. They were like stupid half the time. I could see him getting mad if he's just having a bad day and then getting stupid with him. He just got pissed off. But I mean,
there was a lot of different things that were going on there, and a lot of it was Polly had some serious mental issues.
Dude claimed to be a tanker and then a ranger and then a fast team member in the Marines. Plus, he was in Vietnam, but he wasn't old enough to have been in Vietnam. My mom made it sound worse than it was.
No.
You beat this guy up?
Your mom claimed I was worse than I was. Hey,
man. Hey. Jackpot, baby.
Hey, check it out. Look, here's the thing, though. Polly and I only watch porn to support Shane's mom. That's it. That's
Sugar Shane.
Sugar Shane. I had to. I'm sorry, man.
Too sweet. Havoc, you beat the shit out of that poor guy. What if he was really a tanker and then a ranger and then a fast team? I don't even know what fast team is.
I think I saw the picture. That dude was a little bit tall to be a tanker. I was like, that'd be like you or I being tankers. Like, I don't fucking fit.
I don't know. I just like don't care. I don't know if someone was doing like stolen valor stuff or they were just saying. I don't know. It'd probably annoy me a bit, but like, I don't know. I don't think I'd fight someone over it.
I honestly, most of the time, I don't give a fuck. Like the whole thing. So, okay. Since we got like a minute left, we'll do this and then we'll probably
yes.
So there's a knife maker and everybody knows about it. There's stories about the fact that like Mick Strider like falsified a bunch of military stuff. But when it comes down to it, like I've met Mick and I was really standoffish about it because of all the stolen valor stuff. But he's shut up about it. He doesn't do anything with it anymore. And I have to admit, the dude makes a fucking hell of a knife. And I met the guy, and he's a fucking blast. I mean, if you want to know the truth, you know who fucking Mick Strider reminds me of? If I'm going to look at people that I know, it's Polly. Like the way that like he likes to fuck around with people and bullshit. It's like that. So I mean,
hold on. Your mom was like yelling at this guy. Was your mom in World War II, or what was she doing?
What are you talking about? You're getting mom mixed up. That's Shane.
Havoc said he's with his mom, and his mom started. Like,
I didn't see that. Oh,
guy, dude.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay, I didn't see that part. I didn't get, like I said. So for me, for some reason, the comments will jump.
Hey, you son of. Oh, does it? No, mine.
Yeah, I don't like they'll pop, and I'll miss some because.
Hey, you son of a bitch! My son was in the Air Force. You can't be wearing that shit. I wish you would have spit in your mom's mouth. That would have been a perfect way to end the story. So I yelled at him, "You get the fuck out of here, pal! You get out of here!" I was in the goddamn Air Force, and I sing in my kitchen. You son of a bitch!
Oh my god! I think you might have went a little far on that.
What did you guys do?
Ooh, Jesus Christ!
What is fucking with you?
Yeah. Okay. So here's it. You made Duke go, "Oh my fucking god!"
Dude, this is funny. Like, have him on so he can explain this story.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Next time I do a live feed. All right, Havoc. Next time I have a live feed, make sure you send me your email address so I can send you a link.
He's gonna email you. He already got your email.
Yeah, I mean it's in the description of my videos, but it.
Now
your wife
is so fucking funny. That's gonna be one of the stories he's got to tell when he comes on.
Like that, I couldn't. You were telling that story, like you were talking, and I couldn't even fucking breathe. Like I was laughing.
Right, like, get away from me, lady! You fucking right in her mouth.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Get away from me! I
wasn't take her. You fuck! Right in her mouth.
I guarantee this is one of those ones that they're gonna fucking review, and it's gonna have the yellow check, the yellow $sign of death on it. They're like, we're gonna put ads in it.
We really didn't cuss that. Not that much. I've been on here probably last couple times I was on here, I cussed way more.
No, it's so if they have, okay, so I'm gonna let you know about how live feeds work. They do this all the time. So I'll put up a video and I'll monetize it, and they will, for the first 3 or 4 days, they'll run ads. But when it's yellow, you don't make any money. When that $sign is yellow, we're reviewing your video. But they're running ads the entire time. So all those views, they're making the money for it. And then they wait until, like, typically after about 4 days on a live feed, I don't get very many views. Like there's no more views. And they're like, oh, okay. Well, now that all the money that's going to get made on that live feed is gone, and you're not going to make any more, now we'll let you run ads on it.
Yeah, I'm curious, like how their algorithm works. They have just incredible. Well, they must have some incredible fucking algorithm, some AI that's just amazing at sensing like what's dangerous on the platform.
I don't know if you know this. So that's not how they do it. So during a live feed while we're talking, there's actually like a big call center with like kiosks of just nothing but banks of computer screens, and people are just like watching the chat and watching what's going on in the video. And it's just
there's no way there's people watching all these.
Yeah, no, okay, bro. Tim Pool was talking about it. The folks at Google were talking about it because he's got millions of subscribers. So he like has actual contact. But they have people that are
like hundreds of thousands of live feeds. There's no fucking
way. I know, and I'm just it's not. They don't catch them all. That's why sometimes
the ones that they're kind of like, oh, we've heard some shit, like it's gonna pop up.
Yeah, it's but the problem is a lot of times. You're not dealing with people that are like, they probably, I mean, they have to speak English well enough to do it. But the problem is you're having a lot of people that don't understand context. So there'll be things like, I guarantee there's shit that you and I say that they're like, oh, nope, that's abusive and shit like that. And they just don't catch the context.
Like raise their hand for their supervisor. He said,
like, I don't know.
Yeah, somebody spit in her fucking mouth. Yeah. What is that?
Yeah, there you go. I like Santa.
Yeah, be nice. Nobody talk bad in here.
Kevin Kirk, we're all
Duke woke up the cats and everybody.
The cat. the cat actually ran my dog off of her bed. The cat like pushed the dog off the bed, and my dog is like laying on the concrete next to the fucking carpet. And I'm like, push the fucking cat off your goddamn bed. Like, you're a fucking just an 80-pound dog. And this
but those dogs have like the temperament of basically like fucking just like a fucking high ass fucking those dogs have absolutely no aggression in them.
Nope. That dog wouldn't bite. You could beat that dog to death and it wouldn't bite you. She is the sweetest dog ever. Like there is no way. Like I can't, like, people are like, well, why don't you, like, are you worried about stuff going on here? You got a dog. And I was like, no, I got a fucking walking marshmallow that all she wants to do is just have someone play with her constantly.
That's like my dog. My dog has like absolutely zero aggression in her. None at all. None at all. Even if you try to get her going, fuck with her a little bit, she won't do it.
Now, my dog will get loud and she sounds aggressive, but it's just because she has a really deep bark when I tell her to speak, or when she's happy, she'll get to growling and people are like, oh my God. And I was like, no, that's a happy noise.
She's just playing.
She's just playing. She's just happy. She gets to growling.
Yep.
So,
yep. Are we done?
Yeah, I think we're about done. Guys, I'm going to end this. Polly and I are going to tell a story that he can't tell online. So he's going to tell me when we fucking end this. So, guys, thanks for hanging out. Everybody, thank you all for the super chats. That was amazing. I'll have Polly on more often so you guys can harass him, and I'll not send him any of the money. So
make sure we got to get Havoc on here soon.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll get Havoc on. Maybe we'll see what's going on Wednesday and see. So, yep, always fun. Everybody seems to like it when you're on Polly. Go follow Polly's channel. It's Purple Heart Barbecue. I put links in some of my videos at the very end, like the pop-up bubble, and some of them I put it in the description. So just go follow Polly's channel so we can get him above 1,000, and then we'll start doing some live feeds so we can get his channel monetized. So
yeah,
I'm out, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Bye, guys.